But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Hola.
We were just discussing the Fez thing before the fucking show.
Oh, my God.
A lot of different opinions in this room. You know, I speak from a place where this sounds way too familiar. This me, narcissism. Oh, my God, I'm heated up. Heated the fuck up.
No, I think we're all on the same page here.
If you didn't hear it, Ron and Fez had an amazing radio show yesterday because Ronnie's showing that he's kind of had it.
Oh yeah.
With the situation at hand, which is that he does a radio show with a guy that doesn't really speak anymore.
Which is
and Ronnie is the one.
Sitcomish.
Ronnie is the one that is sitting there, and he's the one that's not sure what he wants to do with his future in radio.
Right.
And some of the options that are milling around in his head is to fucking just walk away. It's either walk away or just reinvent himself.
He wants to, I think, take a ship down to the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
And just be work on a ship.
And then you got Fezzy like begging and pleading not to do what's going to be done, and Ronnie's sitting there like there's nothing that has been decided. And Ronnie's so fucking faithful to Fez, way more faithful than I would ever be with anyone in my entire life, by the way. Is more than willing to bring Fez along to whatever the fuck the Ron and Fez show becomes.
Yeah.
So it was sort of sad when Fez cried at first, and then I was sitting there going, enough already, because that's going to affect what Ronnie's thinking.
I was saying it was sad in a movie way. Like, when somebody says something like that,
right?
Because he was literally weeping, begging Ronnie not to change anything with the show,
right?
And
but he thinks that the people down the hall are making those decisions,
right?
And Ronnie, I don't know how many times he could tell Fez is telling Fez, no, this is all me,
right?
I don't know what the fuck to do anymore because he's really frustrated. He said it in that hour yesterday where he doesn't want to come in day after day and think the whole world, there's something wrong with the entire world.
Yeah,
he wants to just have fun. He wants to do like pot talk like he did growing up, where he wants to just shoot the shit and have fun every day.
I think Fez knew more than he lets on that it was Ron. I think deep down, like, the idea of saying, hey, look, it's almost like they're both talking about the same thing,
right,
but using down the hall. And I don't think he's lying, but I think they're both using down the hall to avoid going, look, I know you.
I think it's an easy face-to-face, like,
yeah,
hey.
I think deep down he knows.
But the problem is Fez doesn't listen to anybody, including the guy that has had his back for, I don't know, how long have they been doing it? 20 years as well?
Yeah, a long time.
Holy fuck. And then him crying like that, as a human being, of course it affects you, but it also gets in your fucking brain, and I hope whatever Ronnie's thinking, he stays strong. And I love Fez. I do love Fez, and I saw Ron and Fez do amazing radio over the years, amazing shit.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact is, Fez has tapped out. And he needs to do something. He needs to get real help for himself. He needs to walk away from radio for a little while. I don't know what the fuck.
Maybe that's the answer.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm no shrink.
But Ronnie's not going to, throw him out the fucking window. Ronnie has never been that guy.
I liked the Ron and Fez lawn care service. That sounded like a good idea.
Right. Yeah, Ronnie basically said if I told Fez I'm going to have a lawn care service, Fez is that loyal, he would do it tomorrow and just give up radio.
Because it's not the radio part of it, it's the Ron and Fez part of it.
You think he loves Ron?
I think he does.
You think that's true?
I think he does.
Ron ended the show yesterday saying that Fez gave him some kind of Christmas present that he can't even tell the listeners what it is because it's so... How do you explain it? It's so... He wanted... I don't know how not embarrassing, but he didn't know how to handle this present, I guess, that Fez gave him.
Personal?
To the point that Ronnie doesn't even want to mention what it is to anybody, including the people close to him. But, Fez, Jesus Christ. You don't fucking listen to anybody, including the people that got your back. The show is not the same.
No.
And it's finally gotten to Ron.
Yeah, a lot.
And it has nothing to do with the company.
A lot of people were calling in talking about how they used to listen and
right.
why they used to listen, how funny this was and that. And, and then Fez would say something like, well, make it sound like that just happened, yesterday or a week ago.
Right.
Everything was fine up until then.
Right.
It's like, no, this has been years.
And then Ron is basically giving him a laundry list of things he doesn't do on the radio show anymore.
Right.
And Fezzy just sits there, I guess, just staring at Ron. I don't know. I mean, he can help himself. If he still has it in him, he could help himself by going back and doing some of the stuff that the Ron and Fez audience loves from the guy.
Yeah.
It all started because they were discussing a steak dinner they had with Tim Sabean at the Friars Club. And Ronnie and Chris, I'll use his real name today, and I do know the guy. We just fuck around with all that shit.
Who didn't know?
They were talking about how much fun it was.
Yeah.
And then Tim Sabean goes, I like you. And Ronnie swears it meant I like you, meaning you guys.
Oh, boy.
And Fezzy's like, no, he was just talking about you. And Ronnie's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Fez said he couldn't eat his steak dinner because he sees the writing on the wall.
Well,
and
he also didn't like the spices.
It was spicy.
And the spices.
It had spices.
He ordered some kind of Cajun steak or something. Yeah. And Ronnie had a great line. He's like, what is this, 1989?
What a tragic comedy it was listening.
Right. And then,
I had to listen to the whole show, and it was just tragic and hilariously funny at the same time.
But Ronnie's like, what are you talking about? We had a really nice meeting with Tim Sabean.
Yeah.
There's enough room for everybody, is what he's saying. Because Ronnie hinted maybe they should do some separate radio and then maybe some radio together.
Yeah.
There's opportunities for everybody.
A lot of options out there, he says.
Christ.
And then
I, to make it about myself, I lived that life for many, many fucking years with my mom, where you have a real fucking issue, a real problem, and then that person is getting so fucking emotional in your face that you have to tap out and go, all right, it doesn't matter what problem I have anymore. Fuck. It was frustrating to listen to.
Was it?
Because Ronnie, really cares for Fez and always has had his back.
Yeah.
And then, what, Fez hates cookies or something? What's that about?
Oh, no.
Cookies makes him cry?
Oops. That was,
That's his cat thing.
Huh?
He brought in he once said that his cat could say cookie.
Right.
When prompted.
Right.
And so they brought his cat in to say it. And they spent over 2.5 hours on the air with Fez,
which is great
whispering
radio.
Cookie to his cat, and his cat not ever saying anything.
His cat didn't say cookie?
Oh, no.
Never
It was over 2.5 hours.
But that's a great bit. I heard most of that show. It was awesome.
It was amazing.
It was fuck yeah. And Fez would come up with all sorts of stuff over the years, and people were asking me, "Is this a work?"
I've heard a lot.
It would be the greatest work in the history of mankind. I'm 100% sure there's no work here whatsoever. Okay, 100%.
Years in the making. If it's a work, would be amazing.
Fez had he was closeted, I guess, for a long time, and that's probably frustrating. But he came out.
Yeah.
And everybody accepts him.
Right.
Like Fez, if you listen, that's a big thing. Like this quote unquote homophobic audience or this male demo.
Right.
Nobody cared. Like meaning that they liked this guy.
Yeah.
And it didn't affect them liking him. And I think that he got so much acceptance, and he still saw a lot of people. He found some negativity, but it's like, dude.
Maybe he can't accept happiness or something because he was happier when he was in the closet, period. Unless his mental issues, whatever they are, I don't even know, have gotten worse.
I don't think anybody really knows. I don't think he knows.
I felt way more badly for Ron Bennington yesterday than Fez when I was listening to that hour. Because, Ronnie's at some kind of crossroads in his career. He's been beaten down a long fucking time. He tries to start conversations in bits. And then there's a guy just staring at him. We joke about it on the show because you got to try to find some humor out of this shit.
Right.
But that wore him out. So now Ronnie's thinking, okay, I got to figure out something new here. And that doesn't mean fucking throwing Fez out the window. And as many times as he's going to tell Fez that, Fez doesn't hear it.
No.
Listening to it, you could hear, like, Ron would say certain things, and Fez was hearing something else. It was like he was going, yeah, but that was this or that, and you can see it's like, dude, you're not hearing.
That's
Ron's
what mental patients do.
Yeah,
they never hear you.
Oh, I know.
Ron started, raising his voice and cursing a little bit. It was
well, good for him.
Amazing.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Fuck. It just hit too close to home with bullshit I've had to deal with over the years, which I'm, way past, thank God. Thank the fuck God. God. What do you got? What part you got?
There were some great moments where the analogies would come out and the like cliche kind of sayings that were Fez would say that were all wrong, like put a bullet in his pocket.
Right.
How many bullets in your pocket?
and then there'd just be silence, and Ronnie would just come back with, that isn't even a saying.
Dude, there was so many moments of silence.
Yes.
I looked at YouTube. I thought the player hadn't caught up, and I'm like, then I hear, all right.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
And then, I don't know, and then, Ronnie did our show recently, and then, Fez had some kind of weird problem with that when Ronnie went in and did his regular show.
It was more than a problem. I mean, he was...
Ronnie couldn't even enjoy the fact that he just did radio with us.
Fez cried the whole show on the Friday that Ron did this show.
Because he did our show.
So why doesn't Fez come on the show?
I don't want Fez on the show.
I'm saying he didn't even try to come in.
But I don't want him on the show. Sorry, Jimmy.
Well, it was more than that, though, because Fez said on the air that he was convinced that during commercial breaks and after the show that we here were telling Ron to leave Fez.
Yeah, there was that.
We have never, and I mean never, had that conversation.
No, I mean, not one email exchange, but aside from that.
Ron made it clear that not only had that advice not come from you guys, but he said in all the years of knowing Opie and Anthony, I don't think they've ever given me any advice.
Yeah.
I have small talk.
Friends.
I have small talk with Ron when the mics are off, but we've never had a deep conversation about that.
And then he's got a comic coming in, and Fez is convinced.
Oh, Tom Rhodes, yeah.
Tom Rhodes, he's convinced that, I guess he's there to replace him.
I feel bad in a way that Fez is going through some of this mental shit, but oh my God. I hope Ron's, stays strong. I really do. I hope he stays strong with whatever he's thinking, which has nothing to do with us or the company. Period.
Yeah, it sounds a little paranoid, thinking that. Yeah, and it's almost like I wish I could shake Fez and go, dude, I know you mean what you're saying. He means it, but it's not what's happening.
But it's not what's happening.
And it's hard when you're so convinced that something is what it is to all of a sudden be shaken out of that reality and to know, oh my God, I'm seeing this
all these
incorrectly.
people aren't after you.
They're really not. It's your own perception.
I don't know how you break through that, because there's a lot of mental people out there that just hear it their way. Yeah. I can't listen whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look, the phones are lit with people that deal with someone like that. I have to deal with a Fez type every day, and it's frustrating.
Well, turn the radio off. What's the problem?
He thinks Fez loves Ronnie.
Yeah, that was one of the things that were going around. One of the theories that were going around. They've been together as a radio show for many years, and then. Fez is a kind of a needful guy, and
more than in a paternal way, you're saying.
Yeah.
I would love to know what the Christmas present was.
Oh. Yeah.
So do you think...
I would love to know.
In a relationship like that, a friendship like that, where it's one maybe is more of a mentor, and then they become radio partners, if he loves Ron, and it's not that, he wants to jerk Ron off.
Right,
it's not about that.
I don't think that's it.
It's not about that. But say he loves... Is it maybe he's gotten really quiet, he's secretly pissed at Ron for something? You know how when you're in a relationship, something shuts you down with the girl or whatever for a week or 2 weeks or whatever the fuck it is? Is it one of these things where... All of a sudden you realize you're pissed off at the person you're dating?
I think his mind is like a fucking one of those lotto ball machines just popping around constantly. I don't think he could think for a second to even think of a response to something, a funny line. I think his mind is racing constantly.
I think mentally ill people are, very aware in their narcissistic ways, and I believe that he's aware that Ronnie's not playing his game anymore. That he's losing Ronnie, as far as that shit goes.
And if you think about it, the capacity they've been together, like Jimmy said, I don't think there's a sexual thing that he wants with Ron, but there's a relationship there that I think Fez sees in a different way than Ron does. And in a different way, you know, because he's gay, I think he sees that type of relationship in a different way. Again, not sexual.
And maybe he knows it's an impossible thing, too. Like, when you know you're working with someone, if he feels that way, you're working with somebody that you have this different feeling for, and you know that you're at the point as far as you'll ever go with it. Maybe that's a frustrating, crazy...
That's why we all keep it to just hand jobs.
Absolutely.
You know?
Occasionally we'll catch Sam dipping down there to try to get a fucking, what we call the 3-helmet lick.
I mean, if we're being blunt and honest today, you know, Fez is lucky that he's here at Sirius XM, because the company doesn't really care about our show and Ron and Fez's show. They don't look at it in a bad way or a good way. We're just here.
They're a big picture kind of a company.
We're just here.
Yeah.
And if we weren't motivated, boy, could we call this in every day. And if Fez was on regular radio with Ron, he would have been gone at least a year ago. They wouldn't have put up with it.
Yep.
You got the audio cue to Fez worried about being replaced. Yeah, well, and Ron losing it.
Yeah, I figure we'll want to
get to the meat of this shit.
Yeah, and we also had the live read that came after all.
Oh, the Mrs.
But that's just because
read. Holy shit.
That's just because he doesn't, you know, cookies makes him cry.
See, I love Ron and Fez, but I don't listen, because by the time they're on, we're off the air and I would go home and go to sleep. So listening to that yesterday, like knowing the dynamics just from being here, was interesting, because I haven't listened to a huge hunk of the show, and to hear that happening.
Well,
wow. I know. Yeah.
What's interesting, and it goes to Jim's point about not knowing really what's going on the show. The whole thing started because Fez was upset that somebody called Jim's advice show, using the name Todd and giving out all of Fez's problems, but Jim didn't even know they were Fez's problems. And he was perplexed, by the way, trying to help this guy.
The guy called in my advice show, and he was saying something like, "I'm Todd."
Did we get that call? We should have got that call.
Yeah, maybe we should get that. And E-Rock let me know that he was bullshitting or whatever. But it was interesting. I forget what the guy said. His father hosed him off or some shit.
Oh, yeah, out in the yard.
But here's the problem with that.
Oh, boy.
So I heard it loud and clear. Fez thinks it's an inside job.
Oh, yeah.
Fez thought that whole thing was an inside job.
That somebody actually called up.
The devious Sam Roberts probably put it together.
Yeah. But Fez thinks that, you know, it's an inside job, meaning someone that most likely works close to either us or Ron and Fez.
Right.
Even though it's pretty obvious that the guy just listens enough to the Ron and Fez show where he picked up on all the things he needed to.
I have the clip from Jim's show if you want it.
All right.
Until I get bored, and then...
Yeah, but you don't want to...
Oh,
Sam, your lies are overwhelming. We have Todd in New York has severe anxiety. You know, it's funny, Todd. I go through the bouts of this myself, which makes it hard for me to
trying to help.
How are you?
Yes, it's so funny listening to Jim try to help this guy.
I have a business partnership, and lately I've just been showing up to work, and I don't pull my side, get my name.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Just because of just because of the Todd in New York, I got
I didn't even know Fez's name was Todd.
Oh, okay.
I swear, I didn't know Fez's name was Todd until yesterday.
It's easy to say that now, but knowing what we know, but I don't know. I think I might have picked up on this.
When I see the phone screens, though, and I see one guy, like, drinking, kind of want to kill myself, and then this guy with that, this wasn't so outlandish. Him saying that he didn't pull his share his side in the partnership. Like, all right, it happens.
Yeah, there's some damaged people listening to this.
There's
channel.
Nothing but fucking creeps call my show. This guy was like the healthiest.
A business partnership, and lately I've just been showing up to work, and I don't pull my side, yet my name's still on the business.
Okay.
And my business partner's been getting really upset with me.
Sure. What are you anxious about? Anything in particular?
Everything. My sexuality, my mother.
Okay, well, those are big things. So are you straight and you think you might be bisexual or gay?
He's trying to help.
I think I'm asexual, but I think I'm gay.
Okay, wait a minute. So, asexual, you're concerned because you don't get the urge to have sex very often?
Oh, gosh.
Right.
Were you abused sexually?
Not really. My father did hose my ass out in the driveway once.
What do you mean he hosed?
This guy knows all the details.
He knows all the little bits that have come out over the years.
Your ass out with a real hose?
Yeah.
Now, why the driveway? That's kind of publicly humiliating, no?
Yeah, it was.
So what was the motive of that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. My father recently died, and I think he might have been a closet homosexual, perhaps a pedophile. I'm not sure.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, is this fake? Are you joking? That was E-Rock indicated.
Oh, and there he goes.
There he
Thanks,
goes.
E-Rock.
And that's what got...
Yeah. I was annoyed the guy hung up instead of saying yeah, because E-Rock, I think, was making the thing like...
I kept going, no, it's fake. And then finally, when he said hose my ass on the driveway, I was like, Jim, it's a fake.
Jimmy thought you were saying, I want a steak. You know? So it went on longer.
Go for a steak.
I would love a steak.
As long as it's not too spicy.
Yeah, but then like hose in the driveway, like what the fucking spices.
But that was the that was one of the triggers that led to what happened yesterday at Ron and Fez.
By the way, I don't like that the one clip of my show we play on this show, it has to be me going right to molestation.
Yes,
that was a fair question.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So here's Ron and Fez from yesterday. This is where it starts getting very good.
What does that mean? I don't know what it means.
No, it's all right.
What?
We should find out what they're...
Yeah, please, Sam, find out before you get that kissed.
There's that dead air and then the Bennington sigh.
Luke, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Fez, I won your fat, ratty bull shirt about 3 weeks ago. I was just wondering if you want me to send that back. I'm just sitting in the packaging, and it sounds like you might miss it a little bit.
Doesn't help. No, keep it. It's an old Fez shirt. Probably won't need it.
Oh, Christ.
What does that mean? I don't know what it means.
Then when you do know...
I don't know what any of this means.
Well, when you do know, this would be the time to have a conversation. But to come into some place and... Are you asking anything specifically? No, you're not. You're just saying you don't know what things are. How could you not know what things are when you sat there and had the dinner? Lady Trucker.
Oh, no.
Yes, Fezzy, what are these changes that you think are going on?
None of your fucking business.
You know, I don't want to put ideas in people's head, and it's really none of your business.
Then I wouldn't bring it up on the fucking show, Fez, if it's none of her business.
I don't know what the changes are. I know Tommy Rhodes is coming in here tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I don't know what that's about. Why is all of a sudden, I didn't see his name on a booking sheet or anything. I don't know why Tommy Rhodes is all of a sudden coming in here.
Tommy Rhodes is one of the best fucking comedians on the planet Earth. He's an old friend of mine. He's an old friend of ours. And he's stopping by tomorrow.
It just seems weirdly coincidental.
In what way?
Because I don't know what's going on with me in this company.
Yes, you do.
I was expecting to hear last night.
And the Russians are trying to take over, and the colonel left the messages in the Dropbox, but I have to do the mathematics.
What's that from?
Beautiful Mind.
Oh, yeah.
This is like...
Yeah.
Go to Fez's house and there's just fucking magazines and newspapers stuck to the wall with threads connecting words.
Supposedly no one's allowed in Fez's house anymore.
Maybe.
They said
he announced that on the radio, I think.
Yeah, a couple days ago they said Fez stopped cleaning his house, so he doesn't want to
Getting new radio transmissions from the military.
Did he stop cleaning his house?
That's what they said on the show.
Oh boy.
It seems weirdly coincidental.
In what way?
Because I don't know what's going on with me in this company.
Yes, you do.
I was expecting to hear last night at the going away party.
Going away party? Jesus. He's
I'm gonna
perplexed.
Right back, Ron and Fez.
Right there, he's just exasperated.
And incidentally, here's the important part that no one is picking up on.
Right.
How about fucko Tim Sabian takes this show out for a nice steak dinner at the Friars Club?
I was thinking the same thing.
Tim, how about that? A bunch of steaks for the boys.
I was thinking the same thing. We're in his fucking little shitty office down the hall every fucking meeting, and they're living it up at the Friars Club with just spicy steaks.
Laughing their asses off.
Talking to Jerry Stiller.
Jerry Stiller having their spicy steaks.
Most of them were laughing.
Yeah, one guy not
wasn't.
happy. We're sitting here in this fucking hovel.
A hovel. I live in a hovel.
One guy couldn't read the room. Holy shit. You want to continue with this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Fez if he feels that he's being selfish, that he would get mad that everybody around him wants to change things because nothing has changed with him, and they just want to move on. And you're getting mad at Ron and these guys. I don't understand it because it's you that's has to make a change for everyone else to feel happy. Do you want them to just sit and be sad all day while they have to do their job? They want to be happy too,
I don't think it's selfish to just want to know what's going on in your own place of business.
Can you pause that real quick?
Yeah, that was not
in that moment is probably what's the most frustrating. Is like that guy asked a legit question,
right?
Yeah,
and it's like, Fez. It is selfish not to be. Fez is right. To be concerned about what's going on in your place of business is not.
But
selfish.
that wasn't the point the guy was making,
and that's not what's happening there.
That's what he heard. But that wasn't the point the guy was making.
He didn't even hear the guy talk. He just waited for him to stop talking. That was a legitimate question.
That was a very legit question.
Ain't fucking selfish at all.
What else could be really going on? I mean, it's been years now, so what do you think?
Why don't you fucking ask me, Fez, because I'm the fucking person. All right? No one down the hall. I'm the fucking person. Ask me instead of anybody else. I don't know if I want to keep hearing bitching every fucking day.
Oh.
I'm going nuts with it.
I started getting spaghetti against the wall flashbacks. I was listening to this and I'm like, oh no, Daddy, please stop yelling. Stop yelling. I got a stomach ache. Oh no.
Just between the two shows, right, the issues and mental illness that runs rampant through this fucking room is astounding.
That's what makes for good radio.
Oh my God.
As long as you keep it together.
My God.
Fez, glue yourself back together. Fucking duct tape your shit back together.
Yeah, Fez, you're still standing. Like Fez doesn't understand. Like you just got to start.
It's all up to him.
It's up to you, Fez.
Whatever that means. If that means taking a break from radio, getting better help, I don't know. I don't live in his world, right. So but something's got to change.
When you get the benefit of the doubt from everyone around you for years, you might have to turn that old viewfinder around on yourself.
Because everybody likes him.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, we like you, Fez. We really do. It's not being polite. This show is too self-destructive to be overly fake polite to Fez.
Right.
Yeah. And we like you, and everybody wants to see you succeed.
Except for the constantly scheming Sam Roberts.
Yeah, and the company in general, and and all that talk.
Down the hall.
But no, everyone's rooting for the guy.
In the halls, he's still a fun guy, actually.
I see him every day. He's fucking pleasant. He's very nice.
Right.
Then, I don't know, something with his confidence when he comes in here.
Yeah.
Continue that clip there, Sam.
Bitching every fucking day. I'm going nuts with it. I want to fucking do a show about something. You haven't jumped into one goddamn topic. I'm the person you got the fucking beef with. And you fucking talk around me as if I'm not.
I'm not talking around you.
I'm fucking telling you I don't know what I want to do, and I've been upfront about that. And if the people down the hall want to fucking scramble to offer us each some things to do, then that should be a good thing. But I'm going fucking crazy from the craziness.
It doesn't feel right with them scrambling around thinking of stuff because that was always me and you.
Why would I scramble around to do this with you if you're going to fucking do it with me? You are unhappy. I can't make you happy. Don't blame that on anybody else.
What an odd discussion for two men to be having.
If you wanted to do fucking radio again, we would. But are you doing radio today? Are we getting into any of these topics? Or are you just bitching?
See, nothing.
This is where I'd look at my radio, too.
I thought the fucking YouTube thing was...
No one fucking started.
I didn't pause it.
But me.
Ronnie works dead air like no other person.
You mention it, and then people come crawling out of the woodwork.
They don't fucking crawling out of the woodwork.
To get between
They're
us.
saying...
Yeah.
Let's look at some options.
I want to put one point from the outside.
Yeah.
Fez, I love Ron. We all like Ron.
Yeah.
But let's be real honest. Nobody is trying to get between you guys to get close to Ron Bennington.
Right.
We like Ron.
Everyone has their own shit to worry about.
Shit to worry about. Nobody wants to get between Ron and Fez. Nobody looks at them and goes, if only he was out of the picture, I could be close to Ron. We don't think of that.
It does sound like something more than just a professional working relationship based on Fez's end of this. I mean, you're hearing things that people don't talk like that unless they're in a relationship.
Thank you.
You know, it's
well, radio shows, you get really close to these fucking people.
But hearing like just the tone of that, like getting between
There's
us,
something
that used to
different,
be us.
Right.
But it's like because nobody's interfering with that.
No.
Nobody's jumping in and going, Ron, you get in this room, Fez, you get in that room. No one.
But he's feeling that Ronnie has finally had it. That's where all that's coming from. And it's a long time coming. You know, something different needs to be figured out. And that doesn't mean Fezzy loses his gig.
No.
They don't fucking crawling out of the woodwork. They're saying, let's look at some options.
Mikey D shows up after years.
Mikey D has nothing to do with anything.
What does that mean?
I've told you before. But you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi. Can you hear
Turn
me?
your radio down, dude.
Sorry about that, man. I was just saying that, with Fez's paranoia, he's creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, if he feels bad things are going to happen, he's creating this himself in his mind. So that learn how to change his mindset. The more you dwell on it, the more it's just going to keep bringing it to people's attention, things that they might not have thought of. You follow what I mean?
I was dwelling on it all last night.
That's nothing to brag about. That's not your fucking job to dwell on stuff. It's your job to bring up fun topics that we can all talk about. That's your fucking job. When's the last time you brought up a topic or got involved in a topic that wasn't negative and angry? What happened to the fun? It started to drive me crazy.
Yeah, Ronnie loves fun.
And I don't know if it's a self-fulfilling prophecy if something's already been decided that I don't know about.
Dude, if there was something to be decided, why would you have been fucking invited to the dinner where we all talk, and so was Chris, because this affects Chris's life.
Who's Chris?
Pepper Hicks.
Oh, okay.
Chris
Oh,
Stanley.
what? That guy?
He's a
producer for this. Chris and Stanley and Pepper and Hicks.
Jesus, that's 5 people.
Yeah.
See, but Fez
That must
knows
have been
something.
an expensive dinner.
Yeah.
He smells something. It's almost like you smell smoke in the room, and you know you smell smoke, but he's misidentifying the source of it.
Right.
But the fact that he smells smoke is right.
But it is crazy that he thinks people are talking about him behind his back when he's there for the conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's in denial that it's Ron who's changing.
And
he thinks people got in Ron's ear.
Right.
And that's absolutely not true.
That's it. He's in
Ron's
denial.
been a fucking saint.
Ron is changing.
And Ron is changing.
Yeah.
But he thinks,
being open about it.
He thinks that can't possibly be true. There are people talking to Ron. They're talking in his ear.
And even when Ron came to me and said, hey, buddy, do you want to do a show? I was like, you know what, dude? I'm not going to be happy with that.
Have fun with that.
You're terrible.
Have fun with that one. Can't wait for later on today. Ron will have to tell Fez that was a joke.
Well, I don't know if it was.
Where's our Tuesday? What do we got? The meeting in his fucking Tim's glass sarcophagus down the hall? Is that it? Or do we get steak?
No, we don't get that at all. They'll probably bring in steak and fucking make them up in the
steak. You know, smoky that room we get. That'd be great.
It's tight. I bet you they made him fucking take the drapes off his window because he would pull his slacks tight, and you'd have to look left or right where his cockhead was.
Big ball bag.
Tim's vibe.
He's fucking shuffling some steakums in a
Yeah,
pan.
we heard your immediate destination. Stop playing with yourself through your fucking pockets.
Chatter, Maryland, this whole situation started last week when Ron sat in on your show. Yeah, I want to say that again.
Oh, yeah.
Ron had a really good time, was feeling good about himself. He was just sitting around throwing the ball around, fucking laughing and joking, all light and easy.
And he says at one point during yesterday's show, he said Because of course, Fezzi was upset about these guests that he apparently didn't know about that were coming in. And Ronnie's like, I just want to talk to somebody. He goes, I'd have my old lady, the neighbor, come in just so we could talk about something.
Right. And then he goes on his show and has to feel bad about the fact that he just did our show. That's all that was.
Yeah.
He likes to do our show from time to time.
Why would that happen if it was being fucking sneaky?
Because I thought something was going to be said last night and it wasn't.
Drop. That's like the fork with the finger of God.
It's not paused.
No. No.
Mm-mm. I'm going to jump out of this fucking building one day. I'm just going to go to the goddamn window and jump out of the building. It doesn't even make sense.
Wow.
Lorenzo, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
All right. Well, after that, I don't know what to say, but yeah, people are pretty annoying. The guys that do the inspirational quotes all the time, constantly. But you gotta look in, man, to see the outside world. All day, every day.
Yeah, well, you get those from a lot of women. There's women in my family that would like to send me that stuff yeah. And sometimes I fucking change them up or come up with the best and send it back to them. Nikki, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say I started listening maybe a couple weeks ago, and I thought Fez was the other guy. I didn't even realize. I mean, Fez does. I guess he hasn't been talking much lately, but so that's worth admitting. But I also want to say, Fez, you're taking a lot of bullshit, man. These guys aren't exactly respecting you. So if you do lose the job, who really gives a shit, man? Just have fun and be confident.
It's not my plan to get fired.
Look, Fez, this guy's been listening for 2 weeks. He understands the dynamics.
I'm Chris, by the way. I'm not the,
You better figure out how to fucking explain yourself, too.
Yeah.
You walk around, I'll tell you this, right now, today, you look like the catcher for the show. Because you got a fucking hat on backwards, and you're not in the game.
Calling signals.
You know you're past 30 where you can even get away with that kind of shit.
Yankee fan, let's show it off.
Tries to keep it a little light.
Mm-hmm. Billy on the Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, I don't even know how to follow that act that you just laid out there, but Fezzi, you should take Ronnie's advice. The guy loves you to death. It's put up or shut up, and maybe you guys take a fucking long leave and get yourself well and figure it out, because you used to be funny as well. Fuck it, it's really getting tired of listening to it all the time, buddy. I wish you the best.
There's not a fucking... The option came up that we could take a fucking sabbatical.
Oh.
A lot of different options came up, which is Fez is acting like negative today. And I'm telling you something. Obviously, I wasn't going to come in and talk about any of them until after we're settled. But the last thing I would do when a vice president from the company says that we like you guys and we want you to feel good about yourselves, and if you need to take time off, 6 months or whatever, I get it. You've been doing radio a long time. The last thing I would do is come back and shit on that person and disrespect them by acting like something else is being fucking held back.
That sounded like he just wanted to get me out the door.
Oh, Christ.
Oh,
and I wasn't going to give in to it.
Give in to what?
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Guess what, dude? This isn't about you, all right? For once, it's not fucking about you. It's about me. And that's why I didn't fucking go in there and say, I want you to fire Fez.
I know you would never do that, but I don't know what other things are operating around here.
God damn it.
Hit play.
Charlie, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, you're just wasting your breath, man. He's not listening to one thing you're saying.
Bravo.
No, he's not.
Whatever the expression is, hearing you but not listening, whatever that stupid expression is, he's hearing your words, but he's not listening to anything you're actually
wrong,
saying.
dumbbell. Listening,
You're just wasting your breath by even getting mad or whatever. I feel bad for you, man.
Thanks. Play.
Yeah, it's playing.
What?
It's not paused.
Can't be. It's radio.
Ron should be understanding.
Chris, you were at that dinner last night, not even a meeting.
Yeah, it was
a very nice dinner.
It was really a great night.
Fun night.
Yeah, it was really fun. I thought.
How could anything negative been taken out of that night?
I thought it was impossible.
We were basically there with what I consider the mayor of the Friars Club. It was like showing up at a Catholic place with the Pope.
Tim.
We had a blast.
Is there a lot?
I guess.
Fuck him. I want to go.
So many cool people. It was really just a fun.
I mean, this is really long. I mean,
yeah, we could go on.
Dude, I really
you get enough of it
it
there, but now you got to go to the cookie read, and then you got to go to where he's begging for his job.
Ron had a very funny.
Which is an hour into this, he still isn't listening to what Ron is saying, and now he's basically begging for his gig.
Oh, when he's saying it should be me and you or whatever.
Oh gosh.
Where he's like just pleading.
Don't change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he finally pulls the mayonnaise, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Don't you?
Right.
Yeah. If you turn up the computer, we can play the
cookie read.
The cookie read.
So I don't know. Then they went to break a little later on in this discussion, because we're not going to play the whole thing. It's really long.
Yeah.
The clip is online, though. I tweeted late last night. Go to my Twitter or you can find it, whatever.
Or you can go to
sorry.
you can go to JimNorton.com tours and see it under there.
When he brought up the blueberry thing.
Right.
And he's talking about, what is it, like scripture now?
Yeah, it's like a Bible, everybody.
Ronnie just
it's just a funny moment. We all
I know.
bomb and get ourselves in a weird position when you do radio, and then it's exploited.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. He wasn't the blueberry guy every day. We used to do a bit called Bombs and Flubs, where it was a million blueberry moments.
Right.
But he can't take that. He can't take that. The blueberry thing has become something.
I don't think he likes the blueberry.
So they're in commercial break, and Fez got to do a live read, and this is how it went down.
What if Mrs. Fields herself offered to set up shop in your kitchen, not to only make all the cookies and treats you could possibly imagine, but then also offered to wrap them up and carefully place them in amazing...
Just pause for 2 seconds. This is what's amazing about this, too. If somebody was acting, this would be Academy Award winning.
Right.
Because it starts out, you can tell he's a little upset, and as it goes on, it gradually and subtly, you could tell he's getting more and more upset as the read goes on.
Right.
And to the point where he's sniffing and, and crying.
And carefully place them in amazing gift packages. Then hand deliver them to all your friends, family, and clients. Would you be interested? Well, of course you would. Well, MrsFields.com essentially offers this exact same service. It's with a few less amazing aromas filling your house, but still you get the point. At MrsFields.com, you can shop the world's best cookies and treats, all baked to perfection, sealed fresh, and shipped directly to you or your gift recipients. Packaged in beautiful gift baskets or festive holiday tins and boxes, Mrs. Fields' gift is the perfect gift for anyone on your list. These gifts can also be personalized with a message, a logo, or even a photo. So visit MrsFields.com today and ship the world's best cookies and gifts. Enter code KITCHEN, that's code KITCHEN at checkout, and save 20% off your order. Again, that's the code word KITCHEN, and save 20% from MrsFields.com, or call 1-800-COOKIES, 1-800-COOKIES for more information.
He held it together fairly well, though.
He did. Have you ever, though, ever in your whole radio career, life listening to radio, ever heard anything like that? Aside from the Hindenburg crash DJ guy? I mean, there's just something going on there that's like beyond anything I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. These are sad cookie read. And when they came back, somebody said something about cookies. Yeah. And Ron said, you don't have right when they came back from that?
When they came back, he's like talking about the guy goes, I'm not getting those cookies. That's very sad.
Ron goes, nah, Miss Fields, it's a fine cookie.
You're not at fine cookies.
They call them fine cookies.
Fine cookies.
Trying to save the sponsor.
It's a fine cookie.
People are not going to forget Mrs. Fields' cookies anytime soon.
No,
that's way better than just a fucking straight-ahead read.
Oh, my God, is it?
Oh,
People
please.
are talking about those damn cookies now.
Yeah.
So now this is where Fezzi, this is the meat of it, where he just begs for his gig, right?
Yes.
And I'll be on. Well, I just played it.
It was a little sad, even though
it was sad at first.
Yeah.
As a human being, it's got to be sad. But then I turned quickly and said enough already, because this is going to get into Ronnie's head, and Ronnie needs to figure some shit out. Go ahead.
But I got to where I was really enjoying listening to you guys. I was just asking what. I don't know if it's a bit. I don't know if he's gone mental. It's ridiculous. Listening to that commercial, I literally just wanted to smash my radio.
Oh,
he's got to figure something out. And I don't know if this is the best place for him to be anymore.
What happened?
The video's still playing. The show's still playing.
Oh.
Seriously?
Yeah, this
Sorry, I was just getting emotional during the...
Yeah, we were all aware of that, and you're emotional during the entire time.
I'm just going to throw this out there.
Oh, no.
Please, Ronnie, don't change anything. Please.
Christ.
I'm just asking you. It's been a long time, and I'm just saying, Ronnie, do not do this. Don't let them do this to us.
Fez.
Don't do it, Ron.
Fez, can I just say something to you? I literally...
Don't let him change this.
I prefer Angry Fez to this.
I prefer Angry Fez to this, he says.
Don't do it. I don't know how else to put it out there. But don't do it.
Can I just ask you to do something? Have some respect for yourself, dude, and for us, instead of this.
OMG. Yes, John Montone. OMG indeed.
This is what everybody wants.
Nobody
Let
wants
them do it.
Nobody wants any of this.
Don't let them.
I was only joking.
Oh, my God.
He started to touch me. He started to grab me. I told him to stop. He didn't stop. I hit him back. And then he got really angry. He pushed me out of the car.
Be more funny. Now go home and get your fucking shine box. Okay, Puckett, what's next?
Oh, no, that's going to be a problem. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Oh, it feels good to laugh.
Oh, no.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Oh, no.
Okay, terrific.
That's an attention getter.
I'm scared.
Oh, no.
It's still playing.
Yeah, dear Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
Oh. Oh, no.
You folks fell on your face. You get an F- in my book.
Don't you do it! Don't you! I got nowhere else to go! I got nowhere else to go! I've got nothing else.
It's a person. There's a person stranded. There's a person stranded.
Oh, no.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off!
Is this real life?
Hey, they sure ran that one into the ground.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket!
Shut up! You shut up! You shut up! You shut up!
Oh, no. It's a long pause. Oh.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, goodness gracious!
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Still dead air over there, huh?
Yeah, I haven't hit pause yet.
Jesus.
I'm a fucking idiot. 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 Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Oh,
Wow.
my God.
Damn.
Yeah.
The attitude dictates that you don't care whether she comes, stays, lays, or prays. I mean, whatever happens, your toes are still tapping.
Right. That's funny. Makes sense.
What would management say?
Oh, my God.
I gotta say, there's a lot of people in radio smarter than you two, but there's nobody better at doing that. Oh my God!
John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Oh, there you go. A lot of dead air.
John, don't have you, buddy. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddy. Hey, you remember the Afro show, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so me and my buddy, this was about 5 or 6 years ago, we were both in 100% agreement that when it came to that show, the funniest guys were Ron, Anthony, Fez, Opie, then Earl. Now, we're in agreement that the funniest guys are Ron, Opie, Anthony, Fez, Earl.
Oh, I dropped a notch.
Sorry, buddy.
That's great. Appreciate it. Same thing. And Earl was never in an Afro show.
I don't know who the we is also with this committee. He's
committee.
See, they're keeping it light and fun. Yeah. Now what? Is that it, or does Fez come back again?
I honestly I feel terrible, obviously. We have all these funny things that people wrote up on the thing about the toenail bit yesterday, but I think it would be crazy to read them off now. I know, they're hysterical, but the...
Yeah, then they go into their...
Is that about it? Or
yeah.
Does Fezzy come back? I think he does.
A little bit.
You get the point, I guess.
After that, you know, kind of lost it there.
Yeah.
That was like almost an hour in.
Yes.
An hour of Ronnie basically saying that there's no shit going on down the hall. It's all him. And Ronnie's trying to figure out what he wants to do. And no one is influencing his decision. It's just all in his head. Fez decided to completely ignore all of that.
Let me ask you
and then have the huge breakdown, please don't do what they want to do.
If Fez started talking more and really kind of coming back a little bit and doing some bits, do you think that Ron would be so happy just to have him back doing his...
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely. He doesn't want to walk away from Fez.
No.
He wants to do the Ron and Fez show.
He wants to do the show with Fez, but Fez isn't there anymore, so...
That was, but the whole, when he just started losing it like that.
Yeah,
oh,
it's a
my
little
God,
sad.
that's crazy.
Because I do like the guy a lot.
I
And
feel
you
bad.
see him in the hall, and you're right, that he's comfortable. It's like you feel like you're talking to a confident guy.
Yeah.
But you're right, something happens when he comes on the air where he loses his confidence.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, we got Steve the therapist, this idiot. Hey, Steve.
He's fluid in his mustache.
Down on the couch. And he needs some tissues, absorbs some fluid from your eyes.
Maybe a doctor like me birthed him and stretched his head out a whole lot and then crammed it back in with a crowbar so I didn't know what I was doing.
Go ahead, Steve.
Good morning. It's the attention-seeking idiot.
Oh, you heard that? Sorry. We weren't supposed to hear that far. Oops.
Yeah.
Hi, Steve.
Good morning. This is what I think is what's going on with Fez. It's no secret he's had his behavioral health issues. I believe I heard him say he's on medication. The problem is this time of the year, with decreased sunlight, a lot of people's depression gets worse. And then there's...
drink some orange juice. Or milk, whatever the fuck.
Look at the sun when it is out.
Oh, Christ.
Stare at it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Although Troy does have a light.
Troy's got the light.
He's got the happy... You know what? I got to retweet the happy light fucking video with Jim Norton.
I have happy light, too. It's in my office.
Yeah, do you?
An hour.
It's cool. What's a train headlight?
Why didn't we have this shit, when we were growing up?
I don't know.
We went outside, we got a little sun.
Depression.
How about we stop inventing shit?
Well, that would be terrible.
We just
phones.
Well, but as a human race, we just invent excuses for why people could be just fucking miserable and sad.
I think we develop better insight and can diagnose things more accurately.
Oh, you think that's
really?
Taken from your professional fucking side of it?
I can't help it. I was diagnosed with.
People use it as an excuse?
Yes, and then they never really do what they need to do is get their own shit back together.
And then the acronyms aren't even good enough, so they got to add a letter in front of it.
Right.
Like ADD used to just be ADD.
Right.
And now it's HTMLKDLTDT.
I get we had to diagnose some shit, but I think now we're getting into too many subcategories.
You're not allowed to just be down in the dumps anymore.
Oh, no.
What's the reason?
Your kid can't just be an asshole.
Right.
Well, I was diagnosed with AHBD. That's difficult.
What's that?
Adorable, huggable boy disorder.
Oh, so you're cured.
Yes.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, is that fucking quick?
What Fez could do to...
you still...
Hold on a minute, sir. I'm laughing at the brilliant quick line that Anthony just fired out as he was digging his nose with the tissue. That's the beauty of that. Is he's literally just blowing his nose and that's shot out. I spent 8 minutes trying to figure out letters, and he fucking pow. Wow, is that quick? After this caller, can we just hear the lightning fucking speed of that? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, the shrink is back on the phone.
Go ahead.
For Fez to feel better, all he should really do is score a pair of tickets to Jimmy's upcoming show.
Oh, Christ.
in New York.
Sir, it's not about that. The 20th and 21st.
But
it's not about that, please.
Summarize, Fez. Go ahead.
In summary.
Fez is wrong in total by his insecurities and anxiety. And it seems to me that he's probably got a very unskilled therapist who is just about keeping him in therapy with minimal progress for the bucks.
I don't know about that. I don't know if you can blame the therapist. Therapists can only do so much, as you know, sir.
And I think they've changed therapists he has. I don't know, personally what's going on with his therapy or anything, but obviously he needs a little more help there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel bad because I remember the old school Fez. That's the worst part of it. You remember old school Fez back at NEW and the early days, Sirius and stuff like that. And it's like, oh my God, that's the same guy? You go from such a extroverted, fun guy to this introverted, just and you're like, what the fuck could have happened there?
I think that, this is my idea. I think Fez, and this I sound trite, should just act as if.
Oh.
Meaning, I know you feel like everything is fucking done and finished. Come in and just act as if things are okay. And it's sometimes that does help. Sometimes when you start just acting as if everything is okay, and I don't mean being fake. I mean just go on the radio and understand whatever it is, fuck everything. and just talk about the topics and just act as if things are okay and fuck it, we're all resolved. And you might be surprised. I had to do that once. I tell you, when they were going to fucking fire me from K-Rock, and I remember the first show we had back. Yeah, they were going to fire me. When I had that talk with Minnelli on the phone, and
but that had nothing to do with us. We never heard that.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying me and Minnelli talked on the phone.
But he never brought that up with us.
It was the people down the hall.
Well, that actually was the people down the hall.
Yeah.
But that never was on our radar.
No, you guys knew he didn't like me, but I don't think you knew. I forced his hand. Kind of like the way Fez forced Ron's hand. I forced Minnelli's hand. And then I remember going on the air the next day and feeling so self-conscious and humiliated and sad. But I'm like, you just got to act as if. And it was actually a really fun show. And I'm like, just act as if everything's cool. And it was. Everything became okay. And again, I don't mean being fake and a phony, but sometimes you got to realize that, as corny and trite as it is, feelings aren't facts, man. Just fucking realize that you might be seeing it wrong.
So you're saying management wants to fire Fez?
K-Rock management probably does, yeah. Minnelli's blaming him. But no, I think that he should, and that sounds silly, but sometimes you can't, what they say, you can't think your way into good acting, you got to fucking act your way into good thinking. Just begin going through the motions and everything.
But Fez is not even going to hear that either.
So. Maybe not, but I mean, that's what I would tell him. It sounds very simple.
He doesn't hear any of this stuff. That's the major issue here.
Jimmy's advice is spot on. Jimmy's always got very insightful behavioral health. Jimmy, I love your advice show. You're awesome.
But again, I remember that just when I was a much different situation than Fezzy, but I remember the humiliation and the fucking, I felt like I was completely alone on this. Man. I really did. I was sitting there at K-Rock and going on the air. I didn't want to jump in and talk, and I didn't know what to do. But again, it was a rough spot.
That.
But you know what I mean? Like, everyone hits rough spot. It's part of it. It's part of life. It's part of any job. And you work through it, and everything's okay after that. So, Fez, this could be a fucking time Fez looks back on. In 5 years, Fez could go, oh, my God, what a dark fucking time that was. I was going through this medication shit and having a hard time. And whew, you know, you could do that.
Yeah,
you're not out of the game, Fez. You're still here.
Yeah.
Stop acting like it's been decided, and you don't have the noose around your neck. You don't. You right now might be looking up at the executioner's thing, but they have not put the noose around your neck, and neither of you.
We're all talking about Fez.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a radio.
That's one of the issues Ron has, because he said it. It's not about you, Fez.
Yeah, that's true.
This is all coming from Ron.
But Fez is the one
who... Once again, we all focus on Fez.
Because if Fez changed, Ron is okay moving forward with him.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? Ron doesn't really... With Ron, it's like, you know, however much of the situation you can handle is the only thing you can tell. And Ron, you know, Ron's not having the same... You know, Ron's got different tools for handling this stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't he wrap up the whole thing? It's not on that video, but it's on another... It's on another site where they wanted me to, you know, sign up for.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
So I bailed on that. It's in the description. Yeah, it's Share Beast, but don't click on half that shit is spam. You hit play now and it's spam. Like,
none of that
what is
ever works.
Share Beast?
Those big links that say download and play now.
It's all Share now after all that plastic surgery.
You could try it. I tried.
Wisconsin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Oh, it was that easy, huh?
Man,
yeah. Hold on, pause.
Over now, but
see, but it says download, play now. I clicked all those, and it's just that tiny little play. Oh,
yeah,
that's all. What an idiot I am.
No, I did the same thing, dude. I
did, right?
I didn't click anything. I said nope, and I went away.
Well, it was clever on their part, but then I bailed and said, you know what? I'll never use Share Beast.
You know what?
Another
clever, sneaky thing they've been doing lately that I've noticed on Twitter. If you click on the link that has like, hey, here's 15 pictures of the hottest celebrities or something, and like, oh, and they got the first picture,
right?
And then they got a bunch of links that say next,
right?
All around it that are big next.
Sure.
So you assume that you click it to get to the next picture, and it takes you to some fucking ad site.
Shit.
Meanwhile, the next you need to click on is this tiny little next.
Dude, there's 6 buttons here that say download.
Yes.
Right. And I clicked most of them.
Download.
Yeah. And then my computer started like freaking out, so I said, fuck this, and I'll never use Share Beast ever.
It's like 3-card Monty.
And I recommend everyone out there don't use Share Beast. They're fucking sneaky.
Look at him. Share Beast looks evil.
It is evil.
Little horns on him. He's green. One eye.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to tell Fez that he's begging you not to do this, but he's the one that's done it.
You know, it's like that dude that cheats on his chick all the time, and she finally catches him for the last time and says, I'm done, and now he's begging, don't do this, don't end this, you know?
Well,
I don't know. It's just
if it means anything to you, I just got a note that Fez is down the hall with, and I'll be joining him shortly.
Oh.
So, like children.
Like children.
They can't even finish the show.
Like children.
Who's down the hall with Tim? Oh, boy.
Mark, you're...
Wonder how that went.
Sean, in Vegas, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, it is kind of over now. I just wanted to say, though, Ron, you've handled it pretty well all this time. The first show I ever heard was was Fez trying to talk to his cat and get the cat to say cookie. And I, believe it or not, kept listening from there. I've loved you guys.
Thanks, dude.
Fez is awesome. But, yeah, dude, my heart breaks for him because I know as much as I love Fez when he's on, it's just not healthy for him. It's just not.
All right, thanks. He seemed to feel differently. Fez seemed to feel very strongly.
Just slight.
That he didn't want the change to take place.
Well, Fez never been a fan of change.
Garth, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron. Hey, no matter whether I die tomorrow or something changes the show, no matter what, dude, I just want to say thanks for everything, man. It's been great.
I thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
Exactly.
What kind of call is that?
I know which option I'm hoping for.
We will be back here tomorrow, that much is for sure. I believe we have Susie Espin stopping by, and also the internationally famous Tom Rhodes.
Oh, I heard Tom might be getting a gig here.
Oh.
I don't know if that's ever
shatter down the hall.
Yeah. Oh.
The halls are abuzz.
Yeah.
Coming out of the woodwork.
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
A lot of comedians out there on the road. Very few of them play the planet Earth the way Mr. Rhodes has. Bob, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Man, Ronnie, it's been a great ride. You got a fantastic show. I used to listen. I'm truck driver. I used to listen to you in Florida. He was on FM. He played some crazy ass band. I'd be out there right at the edge where it loses the signal.
What?
I'm over the rest area and was sitting there listening to some off the rails shit. And then it's all of a sudden you went off the air when the end of the show. And it's like you guys were so fucking whacked out you didn't know when the show was
I think the callers are shell shocked at this point.
Guys who's listening, they chase you guys that shit all the time.
All right, I appreciate it, dude. And by the way, that was a completely different show than what I do now. Every several years, I honestly believe a human being must reinvent the way that they work. And that's what I was attempting to explain to Fez. I certainly feel like the show that he's talking about that we've always done has been like 5 different shows. Let's go over to Kevin. Kevin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, I'm just wanted to tell you thank you, and I'm proud that you finally stood up to that bully Fez. So, congratulations.
I don't know if I did that, but Patrick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, I got XM radio in the special package for a few reasons, and you're one of them. So, are you gone, or can you tell me what's happening? Is your show over?
The thing is, it's not been a hidden thing that we've been talking to Tim Sabian about doing something different. That has sent Fez into a fucking tailspin. It was
an ad.
Calcium Cough Plus. Cough Plus chest
congestion. Bad.
That's well timed.
Fuck Share Beast. I'm serious.
We can probably get this audio.
Yeah. But I said that to Greg Allman once.
Yeah.
What a pathetic fucking company Share Beast is.
I didn't know where they...
In the middle of an audio clip that you're trying to listen to, they pop an ad on that you can't even click out of.
Oh.
You could go back to it.
E-Rock, what do you think?
You didn't hear me when I said
E-Rock.
What'd you say?
You got that, E-Rock?
No, I was dealing with something else.
What were you dealing with? I have to ask.
Yeah, what was
going on back there?
We were just going over timing something with the log. That's all.
Were you on your back and she's squatting over you?
Yeah.
Was he dealing with something, Sam?
I don't know what he was doing.
Timing something with the log.
I didn't have a clue.
He wasn't listening?
No, not for a second.
E-Rock.
Like In my dumb
This is a
mind,
crazy house. It really is.
I was thinking as soon as we even started talking about Share Beast, he would have been on there like, oh, let me just in case find it in the system.
Right. Share Beast stinks.
But then we played it from Share Beast anyway, and then I go subtly, I'm sure we can play it out of our system.
You got the clip?
And we talked for minutes.
Oh, he's got
Oh, no.
I don't have the clip that he has there, no.
Why?
The log.
You just went to that. I didn't have time to go through the whole thing. I have your other clip ready to go.
You don't have time. It was just at the end of the show. It was a quick wrap-up.
Wait, which
you go to the end of the Ron
The
and
other
Fez
clip
show.
I did ask for.
Yeah, I have that sitting here waiting to go.
Okay, we can hold that one, but how about the one Sam is doing?
Right.
I'd have to cut out of this one because this one isn't saved.
Well, just save it. Take the 2 seconds. But boop, he wants to talk.
Depending on what year.
Well, he's working on logs.
All right, go back to this Share Beast, and hopefully they don't give us another pop-up. Horrible fucking site.
Not to blame Fez, because it's my own responsibility, as I just feel like I've been worn down. And I purposely, people brought up about when I went in to do O&A. I really want to just see if I could play fucking ball on that level still. You know what I mean? That I could walk in with a fast team and be able to fucking play. And that was really, really fun.
Fucking MVP. What's he talking about if he could still play on that level?
But it doesn't mean anybody hates anybody or doesn't like anybody.
Well.
All right, Millie Hatchett just wrote, please don't break up with us. I'm almost sobbing at my desk.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold yourself.
Didn't Millie just win the other day?
Yes, she did.
Nice.
Millie Hatchett.
She's got some Jimmy Webb sign going towards her.
Sounds like somebody's going out on winner.
Some good laughter.
Millie Hatchett's always been great.
Yeah.
I go back to D.C. with her.
It's wild. Toenail winner is just on the wind.
Jack, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, remember at the end of I'm sure you do, the end of The Godfather when Tessio knows his gig is over and everybody backs away from him. Tom Hayden says, no, I can't help you this time.
I think it was just the opposite. I think it was like watching the brother-in-law kick the fucking window out on his way.
That was a move, but it was like that dude knew it was over, and yet he had an enormous amount of self-respect and just kind of shrugged his shoulders, and that was that.
Yeah, Tessio did it the right way. Fez went out like the fucking brother-in-law with the kicking out the windshield.
That's
Alan
brilliant.
Tulsa, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, listen, I've been listening to you guys for 12 years, called in a few times, always positive. This has by far been the best day of radio, as awkward as it has been, to hear you finally, well, not finally, I know you've been doing it for a while, but just to really state your opinions in concrete. And it's just, I want to thank you for everything, man.
All right, Alan, let me say this, though, and I know I got to go in just a second. Yeah. But if that was true, then why does it feel so fucking awful?
Oops.
That everyone's saying, oh, somehow just stating the truth is better. But I can tell you from experience that nothing feels that fucking bad.
My humble opinion, because he was manipulated by Fez. That's why it feels so fucking bad. Just my opinion.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah. Fez got into his head. That's what those people do with their craziness.
I am...
Ronnie, you should stay strong. I don't know if he wants to hear my 2 cents, but stay strong. You know what you got in your head and what you need to do. And I know you're not a bad guy, and I know you got Fez's back, but fucking stay strong. That is my advice today. You know exactly what you want to do, so do it.
Uh-oh.
But you got to stay strong.
This is going to fan the flames.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I dealt with this my entire life. Because then all these fucking crazy people get it into your head, and then you're like, okay, I guess I could deal with this a little longer. All right. When you know in your heart what needs to be done. And to Fezzy, Ronnie still has your back, even though he's going through major fucking changes in his head. God. Play.
I'm going to be back in here tomorrow. Susie Essman will be a guest. Tom Rhodes will be a guest. The initial thing was that we were going to get something together, and I got to go down and figure out what's going on with Fez right now.
Let's see.
We were going to do this a little more.
Is that it?
Maturely, a little more like adults. We will be back here tomorrow, though. It's a promise. And we'll see you then.
That's the end of my show. Donk.
No. Well,
he has to go down the hall and deal with Fez, even though this is all Ronnie and what's going on in Ronnie's head.
Gotta go down there with Tim Sabian.
Right.
Have a little chit-chat with the three of them, I'm sure. That was comfy.
I'm sure
today's show, when the comedian friend comes on.
I don't think anybody will be listening to that show today.
Comfy.
Oh, I disagree.
You think at this point Tim's like, what the fuck did I get myself into? He's got 2 miserable shows that don't believe in this place anymore. Have fun, Tim. Trying to figure this out and remotivating everybody.
You got them spicy steaks though,
because this place fucking kicked us down.
Yeah, Tim, how about you take the crew here out for a pepper-laden shitty steak?
Yes.
I'd love a nice spicy steak with my pal Tim.
Oh.
I like Tim.
Yes.
His giant head, I miss him. Take me out for a steak, Tim. I'll fucking jerk you off.
I know what the present was, by the way. Fez gave Ronnie a Christmas present. I wish you found that part of the tape.
Eric?
You got that, Eric, maybe?
No. He states matter-of-factly.
I love it.
But Ronnie said that the president is so... I guess the president made him so uncomfortable that he doesn't want to tell anybody, although he brought it up on the radio. So I think eventually what happens with radio shows, and most of you people are pretty knowledgeable now, if it's brought up on the radio, eventually it gets out there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't do it right away for whatever reason, but I think eventually Ron will tell his audience what Fez gave him for Christmas. A Christmas present. On December, what? It would have been like 2nd or 3rd?
Yeah.
So it's a weird time to give a Christmas present. I think it's a promise ring.
Oh, my God.
I think it's a promise ring.
Do you think it would be something as personal as, a ring?
I think Fezzi gave Ronnie a promise ring.
Oh, man.
Or remember that douchey, that half fucking necklace? Maybe they both got a half necklace.
He wears half.
Best friends with a heart.
And Ronnie wears
that?
half.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice.
Would you guys wear them if I got you that?
Wonderful. I'd put my half on a homeless guy. There, you're connected.
All right. We should break. It's been a while. We're going to start our show next.
Nice.
Can we hear Anthony's lightning fast line?
No. Sure. You want to do it now?
It's so fast.
Do it into break.
Oh.
Eric, and do it well. Well, I was diagnosed with AHBD. That's difficult.
What's that?
Adorable, huggable boy disorder.
Oh, so you're cured.
Yes.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Wow, it's already almost 8 o'clock, and we haven't even done anything yet.
What happened?
What happened is right.
Oh. All right.
Where's Travis today?
He's out.
He's out.
He's out.
Oh.
Everyone step up in his place today?
He had something
That's a loaded
to do.
question.
Huh?
Why?
Why is that a loaded question?
Yeah.
Down to one man, then you figure everyone else would step up.
Sam, comment?
It's a complicated answer.
We'll try
Complicated answer.
We can handle it.
It's a tough question. It's a complicated answer.
Are you saying you were the only one in the office for most of the morning?
I can speak for myself.
Okay.
Can
What about
you?
Sal and E-Rock?
Yeah. Where was Sal?
Sal had a stressful morning. I feel like Sal did step up, actually. There was some channel issues this morning early.
Okay.
And Sal, on his own accord, went and started monitoring the channel early.
Okay.
And had to run back here, had to get on the phone with engineering, had to make sure the channel was playing the proper thing.
Nice.
I would say Sal did step up.
And what time did Sal get here?
I spoke to him around 5:30.
Nice.
I don't know what time he got here, but he was here working hard at 5:30.
That's nice. That is nice.
Yes.
And Eric? Eric?
Sal called Eric when he was taking care of the issue.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it was with the issue I was talking about with the channel and everything, when Sal had to get in touch with engineering and set the right stuff to go live and do everything that he had to do. He got Eric on the old ring-a-ding.
What time was this?
It's right around 5:30, a little after.
No.
Uh-oh. Well,
I heard a no.
I heard a very faint no. What is that, Eric? Let's go.
Sal called me. It was before 5:30.
And where were you?
I was on my way here.
Oh. It's just...
I don't know why this is...
Just step on everybody.
Well, it's just because Travis was there.
Well, if you're down a guy, you got to make sure everyone else steps up. That's all.
Well, maybe it was last minute. No one knew that Travis was.
Luckily, it was a planned vacation day for him.
What time?
And Travis sent an email yesterday.
Oh,
yes,
early at like.
Oh no,
noon.
Travis is. Yeah, everyone knew Travis was going to be. Gone.
And
actually, it wasn't a last minute thing.
Not only was it not, he said, "Hey everybody, I won't be here. Here's what I need you guys to cover for me."
Right.
Eric Sal Sam boom.
Okay.
Responsibilities.
All right. So
maybe Eric picked up what he was supposed to pick up.
Yeah, what wasn't covered?
Sam?
No, I don't know. I mean,
Well, what time did everyone get in here?
Oh boy.
We'll cut to the chase.
Okay, Sal is telling me that the phone call was placed to Eric at 5:26 a.m.
Okay.
They were on the phone for a couple minutes.
All right. And what? And Eric came down to the office so they could discuss it further?
No, Eric had to say, "I have to get off the phone because I'm getting into the tunnel."
Oh.
That's not what I said at all. I don't know why this is being made an issue here. Because if anything, because you have nothing else to do.
That's not true.
Oh my God,
Eric, wait. If they have,
we got plenty to do.
Yes, don't you worry.
Don't you worry.
If they have nothing else to do,
don't you worry. And if we don't have anything else to do, that means because people didn't step up. Thank you.
No.
He always does it to himself.
Yeah. Okay.
If they have,
you're using that.
You have nothing else.
You're using that as your burn back to us, and that would mean
covered that Travis's responsibility.
What time did you get here?
I got up here like it was like 5:40.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's a good time. If you're going and entering the tunnel at like 5:30,
he made an amazing time, right?
I'm honestly impressed by that. If you get up into the building by 5:40, that's pretty cool.
Oh man!
If he's admitted to 5:40, then it's got to be
6:20.
Shit.
All right. Fair enough.
Place is a meat grinder, man.
You're just like, okay.
Fair enough. Whatever. Show will be fine. Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I mean,
we'll entertain the people either way.
And look, if you want to shit on us as a staff, that's your fault for not having enough to do.
Yeah.
I know. It sucks that we don't have enough to do.
Yeah, you just don't have the material.
Right, you just don't have material, so you pick on me for not being here getting material.
And of course, we all know getting here at 5:40, probably 5:50, there's plenty of time to get material together for the on-air staff. So we are wrong.
Your prep sheets, you have everything.
So we are wrong.
Yeah. Once again.
Yep.
How are we wrong?
None on you.
None on
you.
None on you. That's the battle cry.
You had your shit. The staff's job is complete.
Who put the shit together, though? That's a good question.
Who put the shit together?
Who put the shit together today? Because Travis does a really good job with the prep sheet.
Who put the bop in the bop shibop?
Did Travis put a lot of it together from home before?
No. It's a loaded question.
Why is that a loaded question?
So many loaded questions.
I'll tell you what the prep sheet is.
Okay.
Prep sheet for today. Sal pulled some articles yesterday. I pulled some articles. Sam has your audio. I put it all together, and you have it all there in front of you.
The reason I felt it was a loaded question was because Travis puts a news email together the night before, right?
Right.
And then he gets in here early.
Sure.
And he goes through the stories that he sent last night, double checks that they're still relevant, and then sees what broke overnight to make sure that you guys have up-to-date information.
All right.
So in terms of just getting stuff together, just printing out the stories that Sal emailed, and then it's not just printing the sheet,
Okay.
I pulled articles from today too.
Which ones?
The one about
loaded question. They're all loaded questions.
Why is that a loaded question?
It's a loaded question.
Which ones?
It's just a loaded question.
Which ones?
The girl in Alabama who went missing, and they wound up arresting most of her family on a pedophile ring.
Mm-hmm.
That was from this morning. I put that in there.
Yep.
So I give my little girlfriend a pedophile ring. No. See, put on a little finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you did.
What other ones?
The update from Metro North.
What's the update? I don't even know.
The alarm system that's supposed to let the conductor know when they're getting
Wake
to
up.
a certain point to slow down for a bend was on the other side of the train from where the conductor was.
Why was?
What do you mean the other side, like the front of the train and back of the train, or
Correct.
the right and left?
Where the conductor was, it was on the far back side of the train, so it wasn't even near the conductor to alert him.
Why was it like that?
That I'm not 100%.
Did he move?
He wasn't.
His seat?
I don't know.
Well, you got the article together. And I openly admitted I don't know this.
Travis also highlights the articles.
But I openly admitted I don't know this, so I'm asking the guy that put the article together. That's all.
Article putter together.
Is this fun for you, E-Rock?
No. Why would it be?
No, but what? Did you read the article, or you just printed it out quickly?
No, I
Like,
did.
where was the guy, and why wasn't he close to the that alarm?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
He's gonna read it.
No, all right.
So the locomotive was pushing the train, but he was in the front.
And the alarm
watching.
system was in the back?
The alarm was in the back of the train.
That doesn't make sense. The alert system. Why would that be? They used the word homicide today in the paper. I know that
boy,
much.
you don't want that happening.
That was in the headline. Homicide. They're hinting at. What does that mean? That he purposely did some shit?
No, it could be negligent.
Involuntary. Homicide.
Boy, you sure don't want one of those jobs. Where all of a sudden, you just go to work and, hey, wait a minute, I'm now on trial for murder.
Right.
What just happened?
Well, he didn't. Even after the crash, he didn't care. You see the video of him just walking by the victims, like, oh.
Well, they'll say he was in shock, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like you're a crane operator, and you do something, and the crane falls and hits somebody, and you're like, oh, great, now I'm on trial for, my life.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
All right.
I used to operate a crane.
You did?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. What other...
I did. There was a bird in my cabin.
Oh, a crane. Oh, I see. That's different.
You like that one, Tim?
No. You mean operate? Didn't make sense.
Eric, what other article? This is going pretty good.
Let's see.
Hurry up. Stop reading as you're talking. We need your help.
Yeah, you said you brought some...
Yeah, you were reading the same sheet that I gave you.
But which ones did you... You said you added some stories from today. Some just... You got the Metro North one and then the Alabama story.
All
right,
Carmelo Anthony saying that the Knicks are the laughingstock of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quote,
they're 3-13.
Some stuff from this day in history.
I guess they're playing the lousy Nets or something?
Yes.
Is that like a game that people watch because they both suck?
I guess.
Yeah, they're not doing well either.
It's horrendous. Nets suck, Knicks suck, Islanders suck, Jets suck.
Nice.
But when Carmelo Anthony said they were the laughingstock, he was kind of like laughing as he said it.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
It's like...
He's so gone after this year, right? There's a lot of hints that he would go to L.A.
Oh.
But the news was running that
Good
soundbite
riddance.
like this was some big controversial thing. It was just one throwaway quote.
There he goes.
Yeah, he's doing good.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Still don't know about that fucking alert system with the train guy.
Yeah, I couldn't find
what
it.
happened there.
Do you know that they found 400,000-year-old human DNA?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
The old record was 100,000. It literally is 4 times.
And that's why we don't know shit yet.
As far back.
They ought to clone that shit right there. See what comes up.
The amount of
That's a good idea.
The amount of stuff they've gotten wrong just in our lifetime, we don't know shit yet. We have no fucking clue.
400,000-year-old.
Where was this 400,000?
I don't know where it was. It was.
They think they found it in Spain.
Whoa!
Oh, right. You're right.
Hi.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you're right. He was right. It is Spain.
rock.
They were called the Denisovan or whatever, and they just said it fucking changes everything.
It was some rare class of human being that they only theorized existed.
The missing link?
Yeah.
Is it like a missing link? Love a missing link.
Yeah.
Because before that, I think the earliest sample they had was only like 100,000 years old.
Really?
Cool.
I hadn't heard that.
Wow.
I hadn't heard that.
You said it, sorry.
No, I didn't. I did not just say that exact thing a minute ago.
You know, it's actually in Spain is where they found it.
Wow.
Spain.
Is it 4 times as old?
You know, that proves we don't know shit.
We don't know shit is right.
It's just the greatest thing.
Just give him a little rope.
Just the tiniest bit.
I want to do a show maybe soon where we just list all the stuff that we thought we knew in our lifetime alone.
Yep.
Stuff that prevented cancer, but now they're saying no, it actually causes cancer. All that shit. Smoking. We come from a time they didn't really think smoking was that bad. So what does that mean that it changes everything, Jimmy?
The guy said this one doctor said we have to rethink our whole story, the whole history. Because it was, just where we were spread out. And I'm reading this as I'm talking to you, so I don't know exactly, but it was, it really is an amazingly old piece of DNA to find. And they got it out of a fossil, a femur bone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There was some fucking bone still is it still enough to have DNA in there?
Is it some cum?
Yeah, it's a load on someone's back, on the backbone of a woman.
Of a woolly mammoth?
Now,
although those things are...
Now I'm assuming it's fossilized DNA. Is it just an imprint of a...
Well, the guy said that...
Of a strand?
They found, I guess there's a fossilized bone, and they drilled into it, and as they hope they found DNA, and he said even a year ago this wouldn't have been possible. It's just this new...
Why? New technology?
The technology, yeah, which probably enables... It's getting so much faster and so quickly.
Mm-hmm. We got to pull some of that Jurassic Park shit if we can. That'd be so cool to just clone these animals.
We will. No, we're not going to get to see it, though. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, you're right.
How cool would that be?
In 100 years, they said...
You bring back a 400,000-year-old...
It's all this ethical shit, I think. I think we're
we'll get past
point,
that eventually.
I think we're at the point right now where they could absolutely clone a mammoth, or mastodon or something. Big, hairy fucking elephant. But I think they could do that.
That ethical shit is bullshit. Because you're going to get some rogue guys in a lab somewhere going, fuck this ethical shit. Let's do this. And
they don't have the funding, though.
Yeah, well, they'll find some whacked out billionaire. It'll all come together.
Like a supervillain.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say
it's not far-fetched.
Like Bruce Wayne, but you're saying the other side.
Oh, no, because these people will use woolly mammoths for evil.
For evil?
Yeah, definitely.
Evil. For evil.
Absolutely.
I think if you're a scientist and all this shit is going down around you, and you know you can now do something different that no other human being has ever done, there are people out there that'll absolutely do it.
Then they're chastised by their...
You think we've cloned a human being yet somewhere?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I honestly don't think so. Maybe people have, theoretically tried little samples of things.
Right.
And then they're trying to grow organs, things like that. But they clone a whole human? That'd be kind of cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. You got to do like The Island, that movie The Island.
Right.
Where you clone a replacement for yourself.
Professor?
So if you need anything. Yeah.
Is that what you're getting at?
Oh, my God.
I heard you, though.
I know, I was saying if you need any organs,
right?
And then they had that guy from the Green Mile, the big black guy there.
Right.
And he woke up on the operating table while they were trying to take his liver out.
Wow.
And it was pretty distressing because he's on the floor bleeding and clawing on the floor as they're trying to drag him back into the OR, and he's screaming, I don't want to die. And now he's dead in real life.
You'd have to make them like vegetables.
Well, that was the movie Coma, I believe.
That sounds
they put people in comas and they were harvesting their organs. A lot of organ harvesting movies out there, but this one they decided instead of putting them in a coma, they were going to give them a totally different outlook on what life is. Like, oh, it's terrible, the earth is fucked, but there's this one place called the Island, and it's paradise and everything. So if you get picked for a lottery, you get to go there. So they're all complacent, docile and everything. And then they go, oh, you won a trip to the island, you're going to the island. And meanwhile, that means you're going to the OR because you're the person that you're cloned off of needs like a fucking heart transplant or something.
Wow.
Yeah, that's villainous shit. The coma thing sounds like, okay, that's at least kind of nice.
It had Ian McGregor.
Oh.
Ian McGregor and what's her face there? That hot fucking piece of ass. Goddamn, with the big tits that we loved that had her naked pictures.
Precious.
Online. Yeah, Precious. The girl that played Precious.
Scarlett.
The lovely Scarlett Johansson is in that, in a tight little, like, jumper thing.
She's quite the dish.
She looks so goddamn good.
Yeah.
She's a dish.
Yeah.
Where's the picture?
Of Scarlett
Johansson?
No, the one he's
She
talking
is.
about. the
Look,
one
see?
thing-
She's wearing like a little fucking tight little number.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of twists and turns in that movie, too. I kind of liked that movie.
The Island?
Yeah. Not bad. Got a little rewatchability.
Well, we got more Rob Ford stuff.
What?
I'm sure you know about that as well, right?
What's he doing? E-Rock? Got anything on this?
You have the audio in front of you. Sampled it.
All right. Thank you. Audio of Rob Ford. He's kind of going down in popularity and.
Why is Sam laughing?
It's just a funny interaction.
Why?
That's a loaded question.
It's a loaded
Why
question.
are all these questions loaded?
Loaded question.
It's just funny the way that back and forth was handled.
Why?
It was just
Some good chemistry there.
Oh,
between you and E-Rock?
Yeah.
All right.
Liked it. News report, Rob Ford wiretaps reveal.
I just hope people got the subtleties of it.
No, I don't think they did. He smoked more crack.
Huh.
So they wiretapped the dude, and they know he smoked more crack.
They actually
than what he's admitting to.
Right, because they have like piles of wiretapped conversations that they're now slowly taking those black, they put black bars over the stuff that you can't see.
Yes.
They're now slowly releasing more and more without the black bars. And so every time they do that, there's all this great new information. Because they wiretapped the gang members that he was associated with.
Oh, gang members.
So he hung out with them more than once.
Well, that's what they're saying.
And Rob Ford's saying that's not true.
Yeah,
but now
Rob
this
Ford
has proven
says a
that he
lot.
might be a liar.
Redacted.
Yes.
That's it. Redacted.
Tried to buy he tried to buy the video. They got him on tape trying to buy the video from the homies.
They have on tape the homies saying that he tried to buy the video.
Okay.
Yeah, because why would you try to buy the video? They can make copies.
They must have laughed at him. Like the homeboys, they must have just seen this guy and been like, this clown motherfucker clown.
And they're also saying he did
a little harn.
And the video thing is important, too, because when Gawker first came out and said, we're trying to buy this video, he said, I don't even think that video exists.
Right.
But what this thing is saying is, before that Gawker article ever came out,
right,
he had already tried to buy the video from the homies.
Oh, boy.
Exactly.
He was trying some Jedi shit. There is no video.
Right.
Right. It didn't work.
No. Rephrase the question. There is a video.
Yes.
So who are we going to hear on this tape?
It's a newscast.
Right.
Given the details.
Okay.
Rob Ford had nothing to say leaving his office this evening. Justin.
Oh, God.
And he gets into the elevator doing his laughing like, what a ridiculous question.
Come on.
Lobby.
Yes,
lobby.
yes. It's not shutting.
I want to hang out in that lobby for a week. Where the reporters just hang out and wait for him to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems like a party.
An hour after a judge released more pages from those police surveillance documents that have plagued him for weeks. The previously redacted sections are police summaries of wiretap conversations between alleged gang members. Police began to hear them talking about Mayor Rob Ford. On March 27, 2013, Mohammed Syed talked about receiving an offer to purchase the video of the mayor smoking crack. Yeah, he said, I'll give you $5,000 and a car. Syed then suggested the video was worth $150,000.
Damn.
In interview after interview, Ford said he smoked crack only once.
Crack while you've been mayor?
Yes.
More than once? Oh.
No, this is an isolated incident. Previous police documents suggest the video of Ford was made in February. But the new wiretap summaries suggest gang members were talking about delivering drugs to Ford at this home, which police call a crack house, on April 20th. Liban Syed tells a friend the mayor of the city, Rob Ford, was smoking his rocks today. And he said another alleged gang member claimed to have pictures of Ford doing the hezza, a street term for heroin.
The hezza.
The hezza.
Yeah.
Doing the hezza.
Hair on.
Nice. Rob Ford on fucking World Star.
But I really do love the media and the way they're like, aha, we know that the guy lied about doing crack more than once.
Yeah.
Yet no one has ever done crack once unless they died doing it the first time.
Yeah, right. No one.
This is not fucking, you know. He's lying.
They also said that on the tape, it is implicated that one of Rob Ford's advisors, because the gang member that allegedly shot this video was murdered.
Yeah.
And apparently one of the people who worked for Rob Ford told the gang members or implied that, hey, you know, you saw what happened to that guy that shot the video. But then they said the police reports showed that the guy just died in a gang-related incident. It had nothing to do
had nothing to do with Yeah.
Rob Ford's people were just trying to be like, hey, look how powerful we can be.
Look out.
So now what happens with this Rob Ford?
He laughs it off. He's going to run for mayor next term.
Good.
Oh, he's going to run, yeah.
Look, he's lowering taxes.
Yep, that's all the people want.
He's doing Hezza, but he's lowering taxes.
Hezza.
You know what? That's all that matters. He's lowering taxes. I don't care what he does.
Pam's Man 1 on Twitter. I know it's a visual, but I got to show you guys.
Pammy.
Or you go to his Twitter to see what I have here. Here's Rob Bartlett doing Andrew Dice Clay on Imus this morning. Look at Rob Bartlett.
Oh, yeah.
I think I looked up and saw that.
Yeah, I just saw that.
He's doing the new version of Andrew Dice Clay with the gray hair.
The gray hair and the
he had the gray hair for the Woody Allen movie.
And the glasses.
That is fucking Rob Bartlett rules.
Yeah.
Good pal of ours. All right, that's the latest on Rob Ford.
Damn.
Lots of crack, hair on.
Right.
There'll always be stories coming out about this guy. He's had a checkered past, I guess you could call it.
And present.
And present and future.
Yeah. He had a checkered Tuesday.
I wonder if there's any chance of him winning if he runs again.
No, zero.
You don't think so?
Yeah, no.
Zero.
You don't think people would be like, fuck it?
No.
They should.
Vote for him for a goof.
Right. They should do that.
If he did it once, they might have. But everyone knows there's so much more, and it's so dirty.
Right. Yeah.
You know, one incident people can really overlook. If all of a sudden he had done it once and went to rehab or gotten help, and, you know,
And he has time on his side, because a year would go by where they know he only did it once, and then he's a good boy since then. But he's not even trying to lose weight. He was seen eating chicken wings at the Bills game up there in Toronto this past weekend.
He's an indulgent piggy boy.
Of course.
He is a piggy boy.
Those are gang members.
He's posing with... You can't pose with gang members.
No.
You can't even do that if you have a radio show.
The mayor.
You can't be the mayor posing with gang members.
The guy's his middle finger up, doesn't he?
Flipping the bird at the camera.
Right.
As if to say, fuck you, I'm in a gang, and this is the mayor of Toronto.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's fucking great.
That's the very gang that allegedly sold him crack.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And did it with him on video. Allegedly.
Wow.
I guess there's the goof factor of, like, voting him in, and then there's the, hey, I guess the mayor, you know, we really kind of want a mayor that might get some stuff done.
But again, if he's lowering taxes...
he doesn't have a shot.
Oh, I know, but...
That'll be his whole campaign platform, though. It's going to be, why, you think I lowered taxes last time? I'm going to really lower them.
Look at my record.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you care? I mean, your taxes are lower, your lives are better.
I know.
Yeah, I've made mistakes. I said I've made mistakes, haven't you?
Goofy.
A lot of guys have made mistakes and not lowered your taxes, but I did. And I'll lower them some more, but without the mistakes this time.
Yeah. That's exactly what he'd say.
That's a guarantee.
I didn't know that you shouldn't smoke crack at my age.
No one told me.
That has not been talked about publicly, that crack might be addictive. I did not hear one rap song in the 80s.
Also, for what it's worth, I was very, very drunk.
Yeah. I was, as Chippa would say, I was zooted.
Oh, zooted, yes. He loves getting zooted.
He does love He lives to be fucked up with his tiny ties, his fucking Laurel and Hardy outfit.
Giant head. He does have a big-ass head.
I don't think anyone has said this yet, but he really has a resemblance to Chris Farley.
Really? I never heard that.
You know what?
You have heard that.
I never heard that.
It sounds familiar. Maybe I just thought it and was too scared to say because I didn't know.
Odebenga!
Oh, man.
People said they were thinking about that all day.
Of course they were.
Odebenga! Did you hear people busting Rob Ford's balls about his tie? Everything.
Yeah.
Because this NFL tie is super old. Like, all the team logos are from, like, 96.
Oh, wow.
So it's retro.
So they're busting his balls because he was wearing an old tie. He can't do anything.
But that's retro shit. You gotta give people a pass on retro shit.
I don't know.
People love retro.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a break. When we get back, we got the Kenyan man that F the goat.
Oh, yeah,
and the goat is in court.
The goat
as
is
they
in
decide the fate
Some
of the
judicial
Kenyan
system they got over there.
Also, we must talk about Martin Bashir.
Yes.
And there's something else, but the Biebs. We'll talk about the Biebs as well.
Some Bieb news.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, little Richard. Happy birthday.
I am.
The big 8-0.
Wow. 80.
80 for little Richard. I wonder if he still lives at the Hyatt on Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, that's right.
He had like the top floor or something. I always found that weird. Celebrities that live at hotels.
Yeah.
But he was one of those guys. Back in the day, when we did a lot of LA trips, we'd see him at the Sunset Hyatt. They would always put us up in that hotel.
Yeah.
You just wander around.
Looking
get
plastic.
He'd come downstairs and get a croissant. And go back upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was creepy to look at.
He looked a little plasticky.
And a bit femmy.
Well, yeah, he's always been a little femmy. Femmy.
I accept the gay. The femmy thing is still a little rough for me.
Yeah.
I mean, can we be honest with each other?
I'm not.
The gay is all right, but I mean, the femmy part, I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
Yeah, there's nothing I'm going to do that's going to hold the gay back. But I will.
I'm not going to get in the way of the femmy. Trust me. I'm just telling you my personal feelings on the thing. It still makes me uncomfortable.
The femmes don't realize.
Can you call them the femmies?
The femmies. The femmies don't realize. I'm not here to stand in your way.
Right.
You know, many people.
And we're not talking about you, Fez. Relax. You're not a femmy.
Oh, boy.
Jesus Christ. He's in the back of everyone's head all the time.
We should give awards to the gayest people we know.
The femmies.
And call them the femmies.
Let's do the femmies.
The Femi Awards.
Johnny Weir is a femmy.
Oh, my God.
He gets a Lifetime Achievement Award as a femmy.
I think he's in the paper today.
Femmy of the millennium, maybe.
He's that ice skater. He's a bit femmy.
Johnny, it's just your birthday.
I think that's why I'm thinking about the femmy today, because I saw that. What paper was it? Where's the other dopey paper? He's got an issue or something, or I don't know, or he got flagged for being too femmy in an event or something.
Wow.
Well,
paper?
I think the story is that the gay activists are angered by his decision not to boycott Russia.
Oh, right.
So he called them idiots for being mad at him. And now he's...
Why does he have to boycott Russia?
Because Russia doesn't like the gays.
They give the gays all the time. So a lot of that. But isn't Elton John playing there?
I'm not sure.
He's playing.
Yeah.
They don't like the gays at all.
They give the gays a tough time over there.
But Johnny Weir's like, I got to figure skate.
And I got to make my money where I can, right?
Like, what am I going to do? They put these fucking things on every 4 years.
Right. What do you want me to do?
Can't be waiting. I'll sit out for 4 years.
Wait, they're talking about the Olympics?
Yeah.
The Olympics are in Russia?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. In 2014, the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Is that right around the corner?
Is it 2014?
No, Russia's far.
But
so what? A lot of gay athletes are boycotting this Olympics?
Yeah, the activists would like them to.
Oh, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Johnny Weir only. All right, now I'm in on the story. Yeah, you only did every 4 years to do an Olympics. Of course he's going to go there.
Plus, if anything, he'll just be like in Russia, and all the Russians will be pissed, and he'll be like, "Fuck you, I'm the gayest dude ever."
Yeah.
Right. Oh, he'll shove it right in their face.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we did that once before, the whole boycotting the Olympics. And
you feel bad for the athletes.
Yeah, the athletes, you know.
Oh, they got Sarah Palin talking about Martin Bashir.
Oh, let's hear doing whatever that they can.
She's got shit in her mouth.
The fact that in
man.
this world you are going to be hurt and attacks will come your way. I just hope that an attack like that doesn't make people hesitate.
Well, you know, one of the things about his attack is it was scripted. It was premeditated. We've all said things on TV when we're ad-libbing.
Well, not me, but go ahead.
It didn't come out exactly right. But this was, you know...
Who cares if it was scripted?
Had a chance to review it, and they obviously, or apparently, all agreed. And rather than fire him, they let him resign.
They fired him.
Well, it was
you stupid fuck. You know how that works,
see,
you
though,
SNL
that
character.
many in the media did come out and say, look, our standards have got to be higher than this. Those with that platform, with a microphone, a camera in their face, they have to have some more responsibility taken.
Governor, think about this. If Governor Palin from 6 years ago was attacked like this, would you have reacted differently? How have you changed, being that this was not new?
I would have opened my mouth right up and taken a duty.
Sad state of affairs, too, to have to admit that I am used to it.
Of course, everybody's got the right to say whatever the fuck they want.
But let's have an honest conversation about this. I personally don't like Martin Bashir. I don't like his TV show. I've seen it many times. But it's the same shit that we try to, you gotta protect these guys. And he was fired by MSNBC. Of
course he was.
That's how they do it nowadays, so they don't look like the assholes.
Right.
So they sit you down in an office, and they go, look, we're going to fire you, but you could resign and save a little face here.
Again, there's context and where you're saying it. He absolutely should have been fired. I'm from that school of thought.
Why?
Because
he said something shitty?
No, I love what he said. Who gives a shit what he said? But as far as a news organization,
but we know they're not news organizations anymore.
Look where we work. We can say a lot of shit. If we said the same stuff in another environment, we'd be fired.
But we don't know if we could. There's going to be a day where we're going to say something that we assume that we could be saying, and we're going to get fucked.
If we're at a point where we're supposed to be held to journalistic standards, then we should be fired.
He should have understood the environment. I get your point.
Right.
But I don't think we should be here saying that he should have been fired ever.
But wait, is that
because they're going after every fucking guy now?
Is it journalistic standards with that? Because
yes.
But no.
What he was saying? Could you imagine Cronkite talking about that?
Well, I addressed that on Twitter last night.
You did.
And what Cronkite was never fired for.
What did he say?
Well, you might want to address my Twitter. I did say.
Well, but we're way past the Cronkite days. We all know that.
But but when these guys are doing this, they're all so biased on Fox and MSNBC, all of them. Are they considered journalists like an ABC news anchor when they're all pretty much editorializing?
I know they're editorializing, but they're editorializing under the flag of NBC News. And first of all, they get away with shit that's amazing that NBC doesn't crack down and go, are we supposed to have any journalistic integrity left with our news organization when this shit's going on? But then when it reaches a point where he's talking about that under the realm of NBC News, the umbrella of fucking Tom Brokaw and everything, you gotta fire.
But they don't have integrity. As soon as they hired, as they hired Alec Baldwin to do a fucking news show, they don't have integrity.
I know they don't.
It's bullshit, fake integrity.
Exactly. It's all phony.
But aren't they more like news magazine shows now? Like the primetime shows aren't really like news.
I don't look at any of those channels as news programs.
Because like Red Eye's not a news show, but it's technically under the Fox News banner.
I'm just saying that it's the news integrity. If you go to NBC News, which runs MSNBC, they're still under this fucking flag of NBC News. If you go to the head of NBC News and say, so, do you guys think you have journalistic integrity? He will fucking say, yes, of course we do, and cite all kinds of awards and everything else. So they have to fire this guy. Even though it's fake, it doesn't mean shit. The next guy's going to say something twice as bad or something. But they have to fire these people because they have to uphold their standards.
What if somebody says something on Red Eye that's technically Fox News, and you got Fox News correspondents.
I've been on Red Eye plenty of times, and I've had Greg say, we can't say that, we can't go there. I've had my nose say.
But one of these times, you're going to get burned, and it's not going to be up to Greg, and it's going to be Fox, and
that's true. Yeah.
And it shouldn't be happening.
It's
I'm sorry.
stuff.
Well,
sometimes.
How come? This was my point. I was on Twitter, kind of just bullshitting yesterday. But how come Walter Cronkite was never fired when he said that he wanted to fill Betty Ford's cunt with yams? Why wasn't he fired for that?
It's a very good question. We really got to look into that. Can I hear the audio of that?
It's hypocrisy, is what it is.
Betty Ford's cunt should be filled with yams, and the war is lost. And they concentrate on that stupid war.
The war is lost.
And MSNBC is basically telling their viewers, you're not going to see anything, special here. You're not going to see real opinions or people getting edgy or speaking their minds here.
Well, they're
basically telling everyone, don't worry, we're going to play it extremely safe on our network.
Well, their idea of edgy, I think, is a little different than one of their guys saying, that Sarah Palin should be shit on and pissed on.
Well, Bashir, he should have been fired because he just did a shitty show. I did try. It's monotone and extremely just boring to watch. But
she raised the slavery. It was a dumb analogy, but it wasn't made to be racist. It was made because she's a dope.
Right. What was the actual quote by Martin Bashir?
The one that got him in trouble?
Yeah.
He said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said that she should have her mouth shit in. He said, and to prevent her from moving, you put one foot on her forehead and the other on her cunt.
Oh, wow.
It's really harsh.
Yeah. All right, maybe I see it Anthony's way.
I was like, oh, my God, Martin, why are you saying these things?
I better get the yams and Betty Ford's cunt.
In April 1750, and assumed the position.
So he's talking about slavery in reference to Sarah Palin, referencing slavery.
Right.
And he's trying to educate her on how bad slavery really was.
Right.
Position of overseer at a major plantation. What is most shocking about Thistlewood's diary is not simply the fact that he assumes the right to own and possess other human beings, but is the sheer cruelty and brutality of his regime. In 1756, he records that a slave named Darby catched eating canes, had him well flogged and pickled, then made Hector, another slave, S-H-I-T, in his mouth.
Oh, first of all, the fact that a grown man spells out shit on television.
Know, right. So fucking.
He's hoping the people that would be offended by that word can't spell.
They can't spell. Any fucking 4-year-old that's watching the news, that's watching MSNBC.
What shit? What fucking children? It's not an FCC violation.
No.
What fucking a country of children we are.
Go ahead.
Known as Darby's Dose, a punishment invented by Thistlewood that spoke only of the slave owners' savage.
So this was actually something they did on a regular basis to slaves.
Again,
no, it's one instance that was written in a diary. Who knows how widespread it was.
Flogged Punch well, and then washed and rubbed salt, pickle, lime juice, and bird pepper. Made Negro Joe piss in his eyes and mouth. I could go on.
I could go on.
When Mrs. Palin invokes slavery, she doesn't just prove her rank ignorance. She confirms that if anyone truly qualified for a dose of discipline from Thomas Thistlewood, then she would be the outstanding candidate.
Well, I don't have a problem with it.
See, he had everybody. He could have just said, with brutality like that, why do you make such a glib reference?
Right.
But he had to say she would be a candidate.
Whatever. I don't have a problem with it.
So apparently, also, you can't use slavery as an analogy for anything because they were shitting in people's mouths.
Well, that's what's annoying is that he knows that it was a dumb example she used. But
he's
it's like
a shitty TV host,
Hitler.
but I don't have a problem with what he. Yeah, I don't think he should be fired for that.
He knows she didn't mean it literally. Like it's like
he should be fired if people stop watching because they're so deeply offended by what he said.
Of course, that's how it should be.
Then nobody's watching.
Of course, in the end, that's how it should be. But now I know, as someone that flips around, that I'm not going to see anything too interesting on MSNBC. They're going to play it extremely safe when having these discussions.
You talk about integrity. Like, the whole reason that he got hired was because he made the exploitative Michael Jackson documentary. Right. That's why he's famous.
That's why there is no integrity in news. They're all lying to each other.
They got him and Reverend Al.
They have Reverend Al, Martin Bashir, and Alec Baldwin. Explain the news integrity again to me, please.
That's the news
I don't get
team.
It.
It's all fake.
They're all in they were in solid, positions over there too. It's all bullshit.
It's all fake integrity, but in their fucking little world, that's what they have to uphold.
But then why would they go and hire those people to begin with?
Oh, because they have their own fucking rationalization as to why they have people like Reverend Al. Reverend Al isn't the race-baiting fuckwad fat bastard he was years ago. He's the community leader that he fucking sits with the president. The president listens to what Reverend Al has to say these days.
I kind of think that's crazy.
Of course it is.
That's a little
crazy. But that's why they have him on there.
Right. I mean, CNN hired Piers Morgan, honestly, because he was on Celebrity Apprentice and America's Got Talent.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no integrity across the board.
Oh, Piers is a better interviewer. Piers turned out to be a decent interviewer. Like, I like the fact that
he's a very good interviewer.
Yeah, he does a good job.
He might rub you the wrong way, but he's asking a lot of tough questions. He's got balls, more balls than most of those people.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know. I just don't like seeing any of these guys get fucking fired. It's ridiculous.
Martin, no, I don't like seeing anybody get fired, but I see why they fired him.
Yeah.
Like if Ian Halpern were successful at his things, he would be Martin Bashir. He could get a job at MSNBC and,
which would be great.
No, I got a fair question, Ant. Like, you're a Fox guy, obviously. If this happened
Foxy guy.
If this happened on Fox, would you think the same way? Well, if one of your guys over there said that,
it would all depend on what they.
Obviously,
say.
they're not going to say anything like that.
Like
something similar, because obviously they're not going to attack Sarah Palin that way ever over at Fox.
Well, here's what happens when somebody on the right gets jammed up for something they say. They're fired fucking immediately. It doesn't have to go through the 2 weeks of rigmarole like it did with this guy.
Because they're sensitive over there. So that went down.
And they get fired for things like just plain discussing race, and maybe saying something that's factual but offensive to certain people.
Well, none of them should get fired.
Well, I don't think.
No matter what side you're on.
I don't think you should get fired for having a discussion about race or anything really. He got fired. The NBC says he resigned, but we all know what happened. Yeah. And the reasoning was he said something that insinuated that she should have her mouth shit in and her eyes pissed in.
Yeah.
And that is over the line for a news organization.
Well, he was picking extreme examples of slavery, though, because she brought the slavery thing.
But he picked extreme examples and then said that she should have to also go through that. That, as far as a news organization goes, is crossing their line of, again, whether it's fake or not, their journalistic integrity.
Well, the difference between him and Alec Baldwin is that what he said was as an anchor, and he said it as a whatever you want to call him, on camera on their network.
Right.
He did something at work. Alec Baldwin did something in his personal time in a reaction to a personal invasion.
Well, that bled over years ago. Your personal shit now matters. Yeah. There was a time that didn't matter at all. They didn't give a fuck what you did as long as it wasn't illegal activity.
That's probably just an excuse for Baldwin, though.
I think you're right.
So.
I think so, too.
Well, I mean, they don't look good firing two guys within a week and a half.
And they're trying to change their image because they know that they're kind of a
And they knew they were firing Alec Baldwin, so they told, this is exactly how it went down. They told Martin Bashir, you're going to take a couple weeks vacation. It's Thanksgiving anyway. Go away. Don't worry about this shit.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Because we've been through that. And then he comes back.
To a steak dinner at the Friars Club.
And then they sit him down, and then they go, hey, this is going down, but you could be the one that says you're resigning, or we will be firing you. Right. So it's up to you. They always give you that fucking option in a lot of cases if they actually like you, and that's what happened.
I'll tell you, as far as like Red Eye goes, when I've handed in my notes before the show on what we're talking about, I've been told by the producer, like, oh, you can't say that. Like, don't refer to them, to the prostitutes, story about prostitutes, as whores. If you're going to be talking about this story about Canada, I saw you said something, that was derogatory about Canadians, and so we want to steer clear of that. Like,
stop referring to 1840 as the good old days. Stop referring to Hitler as misunderstood in air quotes.
There's plenty of instances where, yes, even a show like Red Eye has to adhere to Fox News.
What
they
Don't you think there are a lot of standards? Don't you think there are a lot of moments that if you pulled pulled him out of context and said, look what's on Fox News, and not mention that it's on late at night, and not mention that it's supposed to be a funny show, that you could twist it and
You
say.
could, but he wasn't. The difference is,
No.
and I don't want to see the guy fired, but I get why because he was not taken out of context. He was quoted perfectly in the context of what he was saying.
Yeah.
And in fairness, if somebody on Fox came out and gave the example about Michelle Obama, and in any way, or Hillary, and hinted that they should have their mouths shit in,
Gone.
they would be fired.
Gone from the business.
True. But his backstory leading up to that, he did a lot of research and he came up with a bunch of examples. So I think he really felt like he had his ass, covered on that one.
Boy,
he did so much work to try. He was probably
it was exhausting. It took a long
it.
time to get to what he really wanted to say.
He was like, look, I really want to go on the air and say that Sarah Palin's mouth should be shit in. How can I get this out? He's probably working on it for months.
Exactly.
Look, and people calling in saying he sat down and wrote this out in advance. We know that.
Yeah,
but I don't care if it's if you're writing it in advance or at the top of your head.
Which also means that it went through approval processes.
Maybe.
And I think it sucks you guys get notes back at Fox too. That's a nightmare as well.
You know why? Because it's it's the news. It's
the culture we live.
It's under the guise of news. Yeah. And they are held to a different standard. Again, phony or not, that's what the world we live in as far as the news goes. SNL could get away with doing shit that the news can't. We get away with doing shit that Rush Limbaugh can't get away with.
They get away with saying stuff that we couldn't say on regular radio.
Right. There's
for now until they change the rules here, and we don't know when that comes. We'll know when we get in major trouble and probably fired that the rules have changed, because that's how that works.
There's not a universal acceptance of what can be said and not said. It's very contextual when you put it under the flag of news. There's going to be an issue. I want to make this clear. I personally don't think he should have been fired. Yes, please. And my eyes pissed on. I don't think he should have been fired. Don't think he should have been fired. I don't like seeing him fired. I don't like seeing any broadcaster fired for anything. But I'm saying I understand why MSNBC fired him.
I understand their logic. I think I don't like their logic whatsoever.
They need to say we're a news organization first and foremost, and we can't have some guy implying that she should have her mouth
They're fucking up their own content.
Yeah.
They're fucking up their own content. Why would, after a while, people aren't going to, they're not even tuning into MSNBC to begin with, and this certainly isn't going to make more people tune in.
Well, if they really want to go all out and do a TMZ type show, then let them do that. I think they still want NBC held to this standard of news integrity.
This probably came from higher up. This probably came from NBC News.
I'm sure it came from NBC News.
MSNBC probably didn't fire him.
Right.
NBC News
Bingo.
Some heads are going to roll way upstairs when they start realizing that they're not bringing in the viewership. So, they got to figure it out in the end. This rumor CNN is going to drastically change their entire network.
Oh, do I love it. I hope fucking Nancy Grace is drummed out.
I was reading that yesterday.
Headline news, they're probably going to blow up, and then supposedly parts of CNN they're going to reinvent as well and make it a little more entertaining.
A little younger, too.
With that political angle.
Yeah, this guy on Twitter says, and Sax God, I disagree with him a lot, but he's a good listener. He says, please ask Ant for an example of Fox firing someone for what they said. No one has been fired. But honestly, I don't think anyone has said anything that inflammatory, and I don't think that anyone on MSNBC has been fired for just an extreme political opinion.
I got to be honest, the left jumps on anyone on Fox that even has a political opinion. They cry racism at the drop of a hat. If you criticize Obama, you're a racist. You hate him not because of his policies, but because he's black. All that. You're not supposed to fire people for that. Those are opinions. If you get somebody that says something horrific and disgusting about, like Jimmy said, Michelle Obama or Hillary Clinton, then there's going to be an issue, and they will shove people out the fucking door. MSNBC has always been a hotbed for fucking degenerates, it seems like, with some of these motherfuckers with what they say.
Who from Fox has been fired? I can't even think of an example.
I don't think anybody.
As I sit here.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
But who from CNN's been fired?
But what if they...
CNN has fired a bunch.
For that though?
Oh, yeah.
I mean for language stuff.
What if somebody said that
they should
be fired for?
There's one guy I used to watch when I was at the gym, and he got fired. Oh, fuck, what was his name?
The old guy who's always naked?
I think he was a little ethnic, like slightly
Juan
ethnic.
Williams?
Juan Williams was NPR.
Yeah.
Juan Williams was NPR.
No, there was a guy...
Right?
Yeah, that old gag.
Okay.
There was a guy on CNN.
Wait, Ron Williams was NPR,
Ron Williams was on
and he
Fox.
said it on TV, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
He told the truth about racial profile. Like, he looks at people a little differently.
He's on Fox, though. I see him on Fox.
He got hired after they fired him.
Yeah.
That cunt from NPR fired him.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is going to be a place for, guys to speak their mind. That's what, they're going to push viewers toward something new eventually.
And it's biting all of them. Like, all of them, this is the funny part about it.
They're all scared shitless as they sit there with a camera. They're live with a camera in their face. They're scared shitless to say anything.
But the liberals and the conservatives, both of them are doing it. Like, they both stand on the sidelines and cheer the firing of someone else, knowing that they're all in the same pit. And like they're being attacked by dogs, and they're all just fucking pointing at the next guy with blood on him instead of turning around and standing together.
It's the only time you should stand together, because your livelihood is at risk as well.
Uh-huh.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, look at all the guys in trouble at ESPN and all these sports stations.
Guy networks
are like beating the shit out of guys left and right and firing people over just nonsense stuff too. It's not even that crazy.
No.
What are they doing? They're gonna fuck up their content eventually.
And nobody even cares about it anymore. Like, the news cycle's over. Nobody even really remembered that Martin Bashir
I forgot about
had said that.
Yeah.
No, I know. That's another thing. It just...
They were hoping it would die down, and then they could go, look, all right, if you resign, it makes it a lot easier, and it's a much less of a story.
That's probably why he came from NBC. It was probably just moving up the ladder.
NBC News was just... They've had enough problems with between Alec Baldwin, between their Olbermann shit with MSNBC, just the nightmare of that. The fucking guy, the tape he altered for the Zimmerman.
Oh, yeah.
They've had so many issues at NBC News. Whoever's on top is probably like, enough of this fucking shit. Clean house.
Oh.
And Jeff Zucker.
Victoria's Secret show.
What's that?
Victoria's Secret show.
Oh, how naughty that must be.
These fucking
were we invited?
models.
We weren't invited, were we?
I don't think so.
Oh, thank you. Rick Sanchez, thank you. Yeah, he was fired from CNN. CNN,
right. What did he say?
News.
He performed his namesake on some...
Thank you,
What did he say?
Brian Johnson 32 on Twitter. Rick Sanchez, yeah, it's coming in a lot.
You're right.
I don't even remember what he did.
Was it an
anymore.
on-air thing or no?
But there was another guy besides Rick Sanchez, by the way. There's another guy.
Here's this guy.
I wish I could... There was another guy besides Rick Sanchez. Why was he fired from CNN again?
Rick Sanchez was fired, I think, for making a cotton picker remark.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the actual line?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we have it.
They just fuck a person's career, just like that. Thank God I have FU money. Gives a fuck.
I think I have a clip of it.
You do? Go ahead, Eric.
Going to change. There's a certain amount of the American public that's going to believe... Go ahead.
I'm just sitting here just shaking my head. He is the cotton-picking president of the United States. If the president of the United States doesn't have enough of a belief...
That, to me, was not at all meant to be. I don't know,
He
man.
He might have thought it was clever and funny to say it that way.
Right. How many years ago was that?
I don't know, man.
That was last year.
That is a term you use when you just say, get that cotton-picking chair out of this room. Hey, you get my cotton-picking car ain't working. It doesn't. But then because you're saying it about a black guy, like if you said that about George W. Bush and said, George W. Bush, he's the cotton-picking president. What do we think? Yeah. You wouldn't think literal. You think it's a term. Now with Obama... Oh, look out, because he's black, that, all of a sudden, the sensitivity thing comes
Did I ever tell you when I was young, and me and my buddy Dean Miller, who I loved so much.
I love Dean Miller.
I loved
And I never met the guy.
No, he's dead.
I know, but I just love the stories.
He would make me laugh so hard, because he was psychotic. And we would go out, and we were like 15, and we had shoveled snow, so we went to New Brunswick to some pizzeria in, like, George Street, really fucking ghetto.
Oh.
And it's all black people.
Have your Kango hat on?
No, this was right before that phase. I was still young, eager. I loved Dean, Jimmy.
Aww.
And Dean is pointing at me because I was putting salt on, and Dean just kept going, "Get your cotton-picking hands off the salt. Put down that cotton-picking salt."
Oh, no.
And it was literally that loud. And he was just, I'm like, what, do you think that no one knows what you're doing?
Oh, no.
He was a crazy motherfucker, man. He was crazy.
With some people looking?
I don't remember. It's not a great story. It's the only cotton-picking story I have in my whole life. At least I have one.
You do have one.
What are the odds of having a cotton-picking story that ties in with this? Slim.
Lou Dobbs was pushed out of CNN as well. Thank you for that.
Someone else from Fox, they said, because it was Heath Ledger commentary?
Brian Gibson.
I don't know what that was.
Was fired from Fox for his Heath Ledger commentary.
Heath Ledger.
Brian Gibson. And then there is another guy I'm thinking of, and I believe it was CNN, and I can't think of his name.
Glenn Beck was fired, but that was some weird fucking
Why
thing.
was he fired? That's right.
It wasn't something he said
He was
or
big
anything.
on Fox, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was some contractual
I heard
thing.
that he cried through a live read, and they knew that he was just fucking nuts, and they had to get rid of him.
Oh, boy. Oh, gee.
No, that's what I heard.
Oh, my goodness.
With the chalkboard and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was for chalk or something.
Oh,
for chalk.
no.
Yeah. They try to eat the chalk, I think. But
oh, no.
You got the Brian Gibson.
No, it's just Brian Gibson?
I believe so.
Oh.
From Fox?
No, from Timbuktu.
Rick Sanchez did an all right job for CNN, too, and they just fucking destroy his career over one dumb thing, and they don't even think about all the other body of work the guy had, where he was well within the lines.
He said something douchey about me one time, or some tweet I had sent out. I don't remember what it was.
But one thing and your whole career is destroyed? That doesn't seem right. It really doesn't.
John Gibson.
What did I say, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, John. What do you say about the Heath? Man, he played a great Joker.
Oh, my God.
It was just amazing.
Oh.
Fucking amazing.
I do a good impression of that Joker, by the way. Not that you want to hear it, but I do a really good Joker.
Can I hear it?
You want to know how I got these scars?
That's dead on.
That is pretty good, man.
Wow.
It was on
cotton picking performance ever.
It was on his radio show.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and he called.
Of course, they get rid of radio guys way before TV guys, so fuck that one. You don't even have to read it.
Well, what did he do? I don't know what he did, because I might have found it on TV for it.
He said he called Heath Ledger he called Heath Ledger a weirdo with a serious drug problem, and when he made fun of "I wish I knew how to quit you" line from Brokeback Mountain, and said, "Well, he found out how to quit you."
Boy.
Just trying to be funny.
See what's going on there.
Someone just trying to be funny.
And whoops.
Sorry for trying to be funny.
He was the guy who was worried he was going to get fired when Patrice was on his show.
That's
right.
true. Yeah.
All right, well, you know what? Going into break, we should, even though it's a visual, but it does work as a radio bit as well. Chip Baca, the Coke Logic animation, is amazing. Go to Coke Logic's Twitter, Coke Logic on Twitter, and I'm sure there'll be a link for it so you can find it for yourself. But the animation is terrific.
There's so many cool little things to look for in the background.
Yeah.
They got Jimmy in the background doing the dance.
Where's that?
Well, that's
on the wall.
That's Ted Scheckler.
Yeah, Ted Scheckler.
Oh, wow. I never
What else is on the wall?
He's going,
There's a photo in the bottom right of Opie and Voss golfing together.
I didn't catch any of this stuff.
And you got Tippy Tom on the wall.
Tippy Tom.
Larry King, now you can tell it's the top of his head.
Right.
That's the Demented World gold record.
What's above my head in the left corner? What is that?
That's me with Mick Foley and a giant picture of Vince McMahon behind.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm a little far away from the monitor.
Bunch of wow stickers.
The chicken.
And don't.
Oh.
We're talking. And the chickens from that animation.
But the animation from Coke Logic, fucking great. I don't like that he's aging our animation characters, by the way. Go fuck yourself. The Flintstones look the same for 25 years.
Look at the little South Park kids.
Yeah, let us stay young as in animations at least. I see what he's doing. There's some program where you fucking start adding a wrinkle or two and some smeary shit on the faces to make them look older.
How come this Jabba the Hutt, not Jabba the Condo or something?
We're going to play the bit. You don't have to do the bit if we're going to play the bit.
But no, it's good to lead into it.
Sound like you need that.
With some humor.
Hock up some phlegm or something.
Family Guy, fucking The Simpsons. They haven't aged on The Simpsons, and they've been on for what, 48 years?
Yeah,
is it?
I believe it's 52.
26 years. They didn't age at all. But this Coke Logic feels like he has to age our animation characters.
He's right though.
Yeah.
I mean, you do, you know.
Mine has not aged in this one.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because I'm wearing a Max.
But check out the animation. Coke Logic on Twitter. but it also works for the radio. We'll go to break with this. We got a little bit. Did we do everything for today?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, no. What is that? Chip Baca.
Yeah. Millennium Falcon. Aren't they called like the Millennium Eagle? Yeah. Han Solo. How come he doesn't have friends? Or something. What the fuck? Fucking Yoda. Fucking Greenwood Envy. Whatever.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Jedi. Should be a jet nose.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't really like Chip Baca either.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
Greedo, how come he doesn't be happy with what he's got?
Come on. Want to remind people the Opie and Anthony podcast. This week it's the best of Tippy Tom, our homeless friend that unfortunately also has fucking died.
Met his demise.
A lot of guys that have done this radio show have died. I was thinking about it the other night. The Jeffrey Dahmer fucking detective that we had on recently.
Oh, I thought we had Jeffrey Dahmer on at some point. It's like, what?
Who else? Patrice, Greg Giraldo,
race car driver,
Mike DiStefano, a race car driver, Duncan Michael Clark or Clark Michael, whatever, however fucking combination that
Michael
goes
Clark
in.
Duncan,
Right.
Steve C.
Oh, it's just Tippy Tom, of course.
Oh.
Holy fuck!
Wow. What about
I'm sure we're missing a few.
We never had Fast and Furious guy, right?
No. It'd be nice if we could add Sandy Kane to that list.
Oh, wouldn't it?
Whoa! Have fun with that lawsuit, because she's a real pain in the ass.
Oh,
What,
sorry,
Sam Roberts.
You see what they're doing with the Fast and Furious?
List of guests on the show. That's all.
Yeah,
Have you seen that?
Died.
The commercials.
Oh,
They're trying to sell the DVD, and you know that they're just like, oh fuck, we need this like we need a fucking hole in the head.
Right.
We still got to sell the DVD. So now the commercial, instead, their commercial was going to be like, Fast and Furious dicks, yeah, man, fast driving, crazy motherfucker. Yeah. Now it's like this somber music. Fast and Furious 6. Portions of the proceeds will go toward.
Of course.
So they got to sell this movie with like this.
Because the two have to now be connected.
I know.
Why can't you just sell the movie because it was a cool movie that he did obviously before he died?
It's an action like car movie that they're selling the DVD now with this somber music and just like pictures of the cast, no cars, no nothing.
Can I see it? I haven't seen this commercial yet.
See if you can find it.
And they also stopped production on number 7.
Did they?
Fast and Furious 7. But you know damn well eventually
They'll go back to it.
They'll hose some shit down, let a little time go by, and then they'll figure out an angle why they have to make Fast and Furious 7. Are you kidding me? There's way too much money involved.
Well, the same they did with Heath Ledger's last movie. When he died, they wound up wrapping around. Remember we had, the Monty Python guy was in here. Oh, and they're getting...
Terry Gilliam.
Yeah, he was an interesting guest.
Yeah.
And they had to kind of figure out a way to work that without Heath Ledger.
So, they're saying it's the right thing to do, of course, but eventually they will finish Fast and Furious 7. And we're also learning that he was alive right after the crash, just burning alive.
He might have been knocked. He might have been knocked out.
Hopefully he was knocked out.
Yeah.
Ow!
I hope so.
But they had to tell us all that yesterday.
Well, let me ask you, how much of the new one do they have made? That counts, too.
If they only have a minute made, they're going to do the whole fucking thing.
Orange juice.
It's a huge franchise, and now it's going to be even huger because the guy passed on.
I never saw any of these movies.
I have not seen one on.
No, I didn't. I swear to you, I did not recognize his name.
Two.
Were
they
good?
Tokyo Drift, I was kind of like,
That's where they lost the audience.
They lost everybody there.
I watched the one Fast 5.
Yeah.
Because The Rock was in it.
Oh, of course.
And I was expecting just a shit show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really fucking good.
So wait,
really?
what's Tokyo? Is that the third one?
Yeah, they did it without any of the original cast.
And they made it like, you know, a lot of Japanese people sliding their cars around corners.
I thought they were going to reinvent the franchise.
Okay, kind of like they tried with Halloween when they did Halloween 3. Yes. And the director had not seen the first two.
Let me tell you about a great movie. You like race cars.
The Woodman.
Yeah. That fucking Woodman. That fucking Turbo is a terrific movie.
Oh, the kitty
and
movie.
Very believable. A snail winning the Indianapolis 500 against real race cars.
Opie, it just goes to
fucking
show you.
Amazing.
Slow and steady wins the race.
What happened? Did he put his mind to it?
Boy, did he.
Oh,
he got it done.
You can do anything if you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
Actually, not.
Yeah, I'd hear the crunch of a little snail shell.
I know. Wouldn't he just be crushed?
You would think.
Or wouldn't he burn? Like that pavement gets really hot. Wouldn't he just sit there and bubble? And
he avoided all the fucking tires.
All the pitfalls.
He avoided pretty much everything, but then his little engine, crapped out at the end, and then he had to be a snail again to win the race. But there was a huge fucking pileup, so all the cars were out of commission.
And
now he is now using what God gave him, just his lousy, horrible snail fucking speed.
Spoiler alert.
So nobody owns the copyright on the tortoise and the hare story?
No, I guess not.
No, not really.
Pretty much it.
That sounds like a rip to
me.
me.
What a bunch of horseshit that story is, too. The fucking tortoise would have ran circles around that little cunt.
I just learned that from
the hare?
The hare would have.
Oh.
Hey, it's opposite day. Just say it's opposite day on the Opie and Anthony show.
Oh, I just learned that from Bugs Bunny.
It's a fast tortoise.
I got that wrong.
It was movie night with my young son, and we watched Turbo, and really quickly I had popcorn for the first time in a really long time, like the fucking shitty butter salted.
Oh wow, yeah.
The Orville. I went to bed with like fucking puffy model lips. My fingertips were dried out from the salt. Just decided to take the moisture right out of your fingertips. I felt like shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Because I just don't eat that stuff.
That
when you're not
is
used
an amazing
to it.
chemical.
But my lips, I was like, they were all dried out and like all swollen.
Nice and puffy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just duck lips.
And then the butter was everywhere. I felt butter on my entire body.
And did it get like caked on the roof of your mouth?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't wash it off my face, my fingers.
You just start to feel greasy.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I like to take
it was awesome. It was delicious, but
the butter at the movies theater, you just let the popcorn butter go in your hand and you lick it.
Oh, really? I don't eat butter and salt for the most part, so that was a doozy last night.
That's why you got to keep eating that stuff. It's like immunity to it, and then eventually you just die from it.
Can't you eat? I can't believe it's not butter. That's better, right? To get some like really fresh popcorn.
But Orville doesn't believe in that shit.
No. They pound on the butter.
Oh my God!
It's like anything else. Real butter with real salt on there. It just tastes fucking better.
It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I felt dehydrated from all the salt.
I got that popcorn machine downstairs and fire that fucker up. Oh my God, it's great.
I really want some popcorn.
It's so goddamn good.
People are saying the biggest problem with Fast and Furious 7 is it's about a bad guy killing the good guys, so they're probably gonna have to rework the script,
or just have him die in it. That way they don't have to worry about filming any other
but
scenes.
They didn't film a death scene, so what are they going to do? Go, did you hear what happened? No.
Just explode,
they'll just go like,
they'll get an actor, and you only see the back of him.
And they'll show the car.
Like Brandon Lee, right?
Like Bela Lugosi.
You do it like they did in like Toxic Avenger, where you just get like a watermelon and you paint it flesh colored and have a tire run over it.
Did they do that?
Yeah.
Did it look good?
It looked awesome. But I mean, not realistic.
It
looked awesome.
All the old trauma movies are like that.
Yeah.
One more thing about Fast and Furious. This is the ridiculous world we live in. Wheel of Fortune used a Fast and Furious thing as a puzzle. So you had to guess that it was Fast and Furious, and I guess that's an issue for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so they had to scroll an apology across the screen. Well, it was an episode that was already filmed, obviously, right?
Yeah, it had been filmed like 2 months ago.
Why are the two connected?
Why would you
I think people could handle some dope, solving the puzzle by saying, "Is it Fast and Furious?"
Yeah, but it was just an inappropriate question. What movie won't there be a part 7 of? It was inappropriate.
Well, why is that a problem? It was filmed before the tragedy, and
oh, it was because the question was, how does Ian Watkins like to fuck?
Now that's
okay. Now I understand.
Yeah, it was just too much.
So quick to apologize, make sure no one's feelings are hurt, and it's just like this is as innocent as it comes. It's just weird timing, but there's nothing bad there.
Everyone's got to apologize for everything.
So sorry.
You want to see the DVD commercial?
This is what they went with.
Fast and Furious 6 on Blu-ray DVD. A portion of proceeds will be donated to Paul Walker's Reach Out Worldwide charity organization, which funds first responder efforts at crisis points around the globe.
They're only showing nice moments of hugs in the fucking movie?
Available December 10th.
I don't want to laugh at the guy's death.
No, you gotta laugh, because if they really gave a shit, they just would not be selling it. But they don't want to give away, they don't want to lose all that money.
Could you do me a favor and look for Fast and Furious 5's DVD commercial to see what they would have done?
Well, the chilling part is it's the same commercial, which is really, they knew this was going to happen.
Oh, wow.
They knew.
Did they know? Because, it's an action fucking movie. They must have been beside themselves in that meeting. What do? We got to sell this DVD. It's just coming out now. Oh, well. Oh, we could contribute some type of... is that it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, $1 million quarter mile.
All right.
What do you say, Don?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, see?
One last job. One last job.
This is the most fucking spinning cars.
$100 million. You say what?
Yeah, we got cars on fire.
Cars on fire. The Rock was in that one?
Chicks, explosions, cars flipping over.
Fast and Furious 5. Look for it on Blu-ray and DVD.
More tits than you can count.
Vin Diesel.
All right, and now we have what?
Yeah, go back to 6
now we...
A mere year later or a couple years later.
Because what happened? That was...
Right.
You see that bad guy die in that car wreck?
Oh, the cars were flipping, crashing, it was on fire.
Everyone's just trying to figure out how they can sleep better at night.
Yes.
Because they're like, oh, God, we look like assholes if we still sell the DVD. But if we show the somber side of us, then we could still make all that money, and I could sleep better at night.
Well, no, not all. A portion of the proceeds
I'm
will
sure
go to
it's
charity.
very small.
One shitty little portion.
It's like, wow, I saw that Fast and Furious 5. That was pretty good. You see the fucking thing? The movie's great. Oh, 6 is out. Let's see what this is all about. It looks really cool.
When you buy Fast and Furious 6 on Blu-ray or DVD, a portion of proceeds will be donated to Paul Walker's Reach Out Worldwide charity organization.
Not one shot of a car.
Where's the... Fast
Dude, they didn't even show one car.
But what?
This is like a chick flick? Or?
Yeah, is that a rom-com?
Let's be honest. They are in a really rough position.
Oh, they are.
He died in a car crash, and they're like, okay, we have to pay the other actors. They all have deals. They should sell it.
Yeah.
And how do we sell it? If he died in a boating accident, they'd probably show the Paul Walker's. But he died in a car crash.
Yeah.
The stores already have the DVDs before, like, you know what I mean?
This is like Rocky 6 coming out, and Sylvester Stallone was punched to death. How do you show that?
It really is. You're right.
Yeah, or The Woodsman 2 is coming out, and Kevin Bacon just died tickling someone.
I know, but I mean,
it's a little ridiculous to go to the opposite extreme.
Yeah, that's just a rough. What do you do?
I guess
it's like Florentine's bit about the NFL trying to sell pink jerseys and giving like a tiny 2% to.
I don't even know if it's 2%.
Yeah,
it's a horrible charity. It's a good cause, but a horrible charity. Meaning not a lot of that money gets to the actual cause.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's just
so a bunch of charities like that.
Done something so they could do that somber thing.
So why is everyone talking about Michelle Obama knocking that girl down? It's just some dumb accident, right?
What, did she fucking
and the girl's all right.
game? Is she playing knockout game?
She's playing the knockout game.
I guess their stupid dog knocked over a girl by accident.
Yeah, it was funny.
Fuck.
The clip's everywhere, though.
Crazy. Yeah, it is? I haven't seen this.
You haven't seen this yet?
No.
I'm like, there's a good animated... Yeah, I'll just show you the, I guess.
Dog should be put down. Sounds vicious.
Yeah, you know what? If that was a bear, they'd kill the bear, right?
Yes. No, I can't find it.
It's here.
You gotta scroll through so many videos.
Mediaite.
There's a lot going on.
I like Mediaite.
Helping little girl.
All your clips in one place. as far as new shit goes.
Their dog's Sunny.
I think one of our old interns works for Mediaite.
Really?
I believe so, yeah.
Which one?
Noah, right?
The first Noah, yeah.
Yeah. He's becoming a big deal.
Jewlia?
No, the one before.
No.
By the way, someone reposted that.
I saw that.
I reposted it again because it gets better every time you watch it.
Noah, too, who did Jewlia, had the video pulled down, and anybody who had copies of it sent a cease and desist.
Why?
Because a while ago we tried looking for it again, it was gone.
Yeah, why would he do that?
This guy now found it, put it right back on.
He put it back up. I couldn't get another one.
It might,
I reposted it.
But the song and video could become famous in a weird, strange way,
It's
like a
even
novelty song or something.
It's worse than Friday.
Dude, it is so bad.
But it's in that same vein of goofy, dumb, stupid songs that do very well on the internet.
Like if that black guy saw that song, he'd be like, I should have produced it.
But his voice is so bad. He can't sing. He's in this video with talking about how hot this girl is. He is so gay in the video. So gay.
I honestly don't remember the video.
Well, we're going to play it, but first Michelle Obama.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, let's do the Michelle Obama thing first.
Jewlia.
Or it doesn't matter. She knocked over.
Oh, here we go. Here's the first dog. And her canine.
That little girl right there. Boop. On the floor.
That's it?
That's it. Little girl got knocked down.
She's not in the walker, though, is she?
Poor little white girl. This was racist.
That's that little kid.
This was a racist attack.
And then she pets the dog. Everything's fine.
By the way, we forgot to add some people to our list.
Dead people?
Yeah, that Ant was trying to ignore it, but it's a good list to continue. Sniper guy. Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
We also
the race car driver.
We did that one.
Oh, okay.
The guy who I forgot his name who leaked the wiener photo. Your pal that used to drink with.
Yes.
And then someone's saying the guy from the Super Bowl contest also died. That got stung in the nuts.
Yeah.
Did he really?
I don't know. That's what someone just told me on
Twitter. Got stung by the wasp?
Sex for Sam guy.
Yes.
Sex for Sam guy. Mm-hmm.
He's passed away.
Who else? Yeah.
Jerry Shepardini had a hip replacement.
Oh, that's okay. He's fine.
That's all right. He'll live on.
Corey Haim.
Oh, Corey Haim's been on the show.
All right, Corey. All right.
That's right.
Let's play the Jewlia video.
Remember this?
Jewlia.
I like this kid. He was all right.
Dude.
What?
Why
you say that, Sam? Because this is Strawberry Shoes.
That was that guy.
Fucking video.
Well, this intern, he's the one who would show up for work all dressed fancy because he was a rich kid.
Yeah.
Right.
And he just got under Opie's skin in the worst possible way. And
everything handed to him. I hate those type of people.
And you started throwing chocolate-covered strawberries in his suede shoes.
Really nice suede shoes.
We assessed his outfit, and his one-day outfit was worth over $2,000.
Jesus. Just to come into Intern.
To Intern.
Well, look how his video starts. That's Beverly Hills.
Drive.
Rodeo Drive, and he's in a Rolls Royce.
The Rolls pulls up.
Even if you rent a Rolls Royce, that's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
To rent one for the day.
The quality of the video, like cinematic quality, is very good. So it must have cost some money.
Production value.
There's chicks and stuff. And the production value prances around like a Mary in this. And his voice is terrible.
Whatever happened to this kid?
I don't know. Apparently his music career is going very well.
Yeah.
But the production value of the song is good, too. He paid producers a lot of money to make this sound like a real song.
They should have gotten a real singer then. Because he's terrible.
Do you remember the video?
I don't know. Wait, there's a Rolls Royce. Is that a Rolls Royce?
It is. It's a Rolls.
Rolls.
Oh, okay.
Rodeo Drive.
Cool.
Let's
take a look, shall we?
Show Jimmy.
He's pulling up.
Oh, yeah. Look out.
Cool. A little establishing shot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa, look at those tires, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now it's Jewlia, Jew.
LIA. License plate.
Listen to his voice.
This is dancing?
He's all up, Kate.
Okay.
He's got a cane and a top hat.
And white gloves. And he's shorter than all the girls.
Oh, he's a midget. Out of the zoo. He's so Femi. He wins the Femi. He does. He wins the Femi. This song wins a Femi.
He makes everybody feel like they could be a singer too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's dancing. He's dancing well.
It's professionally done, but his girls are kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks genuine in the way they're all into each other.
Oh yeah.
He's tiny.
He's so femme. But he likes girls. Look at all the girls around him.
He's not fooling anyone.
Yeah. This is good.
Sing along.
Oh shit. Jewlia.
Wow, a little magic coming out of his wand.
Yeah.
He's laying
going shopping.
Yeah.
With the girls.
Yeah.
What a horrible.
Like this?
I love it.
I kind of like it.
And then they got somebody else dancing.
This should be viral.
Should be huge.
I'm serious.
He's a moron for taking it down. But he should be on Jimmy Fallon's show singing this song.
It would go viral in a way maybe he doesn't want it to go viral, but this
Just take it.
This would so go viral.
Do you enjoy watching the video?
Huh?
You like watching the
I
video?
watch all the time, yeah. I'm so happy when it gets reposted.
Can we have a copy stage?
He's singing over.
We're going to save this one, yeah.
Oh, he got me!
The edit's really good.
Had it
The
good.
production value is amazing.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me.
Wait.
It was...
Take me to Chanel.
He's driving?
He's just the driver. It was all a dream.
This is Rodeo Drive.
He's the limo driver.
Oh, what is he?
Is he?
Why does he tip his hat?
He tipped his hat because he's looking at the camera, and because he knows we just saw the video.
It was all a dream.
But we're in on it.
Or was it?
Well,
we're in on it.
But it was, though, because if he was dancing, he'd probably be all sweaty and smelly.
He might have been doing all that while she was shopping. He's got his own shit going on.
Yeah.
It's spelled, the name is Jewlia.
Yeah.
Well, Jewel, you know.
You know how different this song would be if instead of L-I-A, it was Bagel? The name he gave her.
He's dumb, though, man. That should go viral.
It should be huge.
And you notice the generation...
the pop music, you mean?
No, the video itself, it's losing quality because it's, generation after generation. Because he keeps pulling it and then someone finds it somewhere, but it's not as good as the original copy.
That's the 2013 version of the VHS dub.
How old is
exactly? That's sort of what what I was trying to say.
How old is the original?
That thing's got to be 7 years old by now.
He did it pretty quick after we,
2005.
Yeah. Do you think he's embarrassed by it?
Yeah, I think he was very embarrassed by it, especially I think his real problem was the response it got. And the fact that it did gain a certain notoriety on this radio program.
Yeah, but it was ready to get notoriety everywhere.
100%.
It was ready to cross over. I'm telling you, it's just what the internet likes.
If he put this out full quality on his channel.
Right. And just accept that,
I mean, one of the late night guys would get it.
Fuck yeah.
And he'd become huge. You know, our female intern was getting all lathered up watching it in there.
Oh, Nikki?
Nikki,
yeah. She likes stuff like this.
She's getting all excited. She likes pop music.
Does she?
Yeah.
That was terrible.
You're just fucking making shit up.
She was watching it.
Oh.
Can you ask Nikki what she thought?
Nikki, what did you think? Come here.
What do you think of Jewlia?
I think he might be a little gay.
What?
Did it come off like that in the video?
Yes.
What about all the girls that were with him?
Yeah, man.
That doesn't mean anything.
No?
No.
He was shopping with them, though.
Yeah.
Right, shopping with him.
Oh.
He was touching them and stuff.
Yeah, they were dancing. Did you see
They
the
were
gloves?
dancing with each other.
It was a little awkward. He looked a lot gay.
That's why I think it would be an amazing hit.
Yeah. And he's walking everywhere on these late night shows with a girl on his arm.
Right.
He's the new Liberace. Any women in your life?
I don't know. I thought it was well produced and enjoyable song.
It's extremely well produced.
Would you put that on your iPod?
Yes, I would.
I would love to know who did that for him.
Yeah.
I think it was people with some real credits.
Would you have him on the show as an artist, as a guest?
Hell yeah.
In a fucking second.
What if he said, I will only talk about my song?
I would say,
and video.
We'd like you to come in at 6. Spend as much time as you like. Feel free to stay till 10:20.
Julia.
Break the song down lyrically.
All I want to do
is find out the behind the scenes of the video.
Wink.
What made him
do
go?
the wink? That's just artistic.
Ugh.
Gary Coleman being added to the
God,
list. Richard Jenny being added to the list.
Oh.
Damn, man.
And people are shocked by the Dahmer detective. We had an amazing time with that guy.
Yep.
He was awesome, and then he died of a heart attack.
Oh.
Only a couple months after he was on our show.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Kenya. Got a Kenyan news story. Man charged in court for fucking a goat, and the goat is in court. To what? To give a victim statement?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
A victim. Why is the goat in court?
Well, it's Kenya.
Honestly, the goat, they asked him if it was how he was doing, and he said, bad. I couldn't even do it, ironically.
Saw it coming.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Can we play it from there, or you want me to play it from here?
I cut it down a little bit on the audio, but we can play it.
How long is that clip?
125.
Oh,
like
perfect.
10 out of 20 seconds.
Perfect.
Oh, didn't Buddy Epson die? Finally?
Yes, also the guy from The Naked Gun.
Right.
Leslie
Nielsen.
Julia, you're uncontrollable. Whoa, doggies.
You humiliated Leslie Nielsen when he called in the show.
No, we didn't.
No?
A little bit.
I don't think so.
A little bit.
What?
Yeah.
All right, you want to hear the story from Kenya?
No, not really.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
All right.
The man put his penis in a goat.
That's Jamaican.
I want to hear about the man putting his penis in a goat.
That's not what they sound like in Kenya.
Yes, it is. You're charged before this court with putting your penis in a goat. How do you plead?
It's a whole different continent.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we play this? Go ahead.
Hit play.
A Malindi court has sentenced a man to 10 years.
You're trying to tell me I don't know? Yes, it does. The court sentenced the man because he put his penis in a goat.
That's not the right slang.
Yes,
either.
it is. Listen to the woman tell the story.
Is in prison for defiling a goat.
Yes,
interestingly, during the sentencing, the goat that was defiled was present in the courtroom. Here's the story.
There's the goat.
It is in the
Is that the goat?
Yes. In the courtroom. That's also the courtroom.
Yeah, well, you see,
wonderful.
because he was going to give a victim impact statement, and then they're going to cut his throat and eat it.
Of course.
Exactly.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
It's Caribbean.
Let's have lunch.
As evidence to a case, but in Malindi, a she-goat, the said victim of bestiality, was present, watching quietly as her alleged assailant was sentenced. Kita Ogona, a middle-aged man, got 10 years behind bars to ruminate on the sins which he admitted committing with the she-goat. Members of public inside the courtroom were shocked when the accused made the confession. But what surprised them more was the sentence. Slapped on the accused by the Malindi resident magistrate Mudhoni Nzibe, 10 years for bestiality was a new record in this Malindi courtroom. The accused had been charged.
They switched to another language halfway through the story.
Having trouble following
that? Oh my God.
It's because the she-goat was a victim of sexual assault, and in the courtroom they had not given the 10 years. This is the first time 10 years was given for bestiality.
He's floating towards. What? He's floating more towards Kenyan, but it's still Caribbean.
No, it's not. The she-goat, it's the longest time in the court. The magistrate gave a 10-year sentence when they were not expecting, but they were surprised by the confession.
I understand.
Very confused black person.
No, I'm not.
I think he's got
I'm a man who doesn't like to see goats injured. And the goat was present in the courtroom as the assailant was sentenced.
Hit it.
Slapped on the accused by the Malindi resident magistrate Mudhoni Nzibe, 10 years for bestiality was a new record in this Malindi courtroom. The accused had been charged that he had carnal knowledge of the she-goat on Monday this week at the Baso village in Gede location. The prosecution told the court that Kitsao was caught in the act by a man who was passing by the bush where the incident was taking place.
That you see, right, that's what the man had carnal knowledge of the goat, and because the man passed by the bush and see the man assaulting the goat, there's no room for interpretation. He had to get 10 years in the courtroom. The magistrate saw to it.
That's what they sound like. They were saying that when the guy passed the bush, he's fucking a goat behind a bush.
Oh, man.
But I guess he had to do it naked because what tipped the guy off was the dude who was fucking the goat. All his clothes were on the bush.
Why did he have to be naked? Why couldn't he just pull his dick
Because a
out?
lot of times you do that, the goat would push its duty hiney back against your trousers, and then everybody will see goat duty all over the front of your trousers.
Duty hiney?
That makes sense.
Nobody want goat duty on the trousers, because then you got to explain why you got goat duty on your trousers and your lower part of your shirt.
It only makes sense if this is happening in the Caribbean.
That's right.
Yeah, true.
The man decided to remove his clothes and make love to the goat. He liked the way the goat hairy legs bang against his smooth ones.
Incident was taking place. Also present in court was a report from District Veteran Officer indicating evidence of the act. In mitigation, the accused pleaded for pardon, saying he had a disabled wife who depended on him. But the magistrate insisted the offense was serious. He has been given 14 days to appeal.
So he's going to get 10 years.
Yeah. But his excuse was, no, have mercy on me. Even though I fucked that goat, I have a disabled wife that's going to need me at home helping her.
And that's why, probably.
Right.
Yes, the wife was not able to make love, so he had carnal knowledge with the she-goat. He tried to have carnal knowledge with his wife, but he could not because of her disability.
I love that they called it a she-goat.
It's a she-goat because homosexuality is even more wrong than bestiality.
Yeah. He would have gotten like 40 years.
Oh, yeah.
What country is this?
Kenya.
Well, sure he can.
They're that crazy about crimes like that in Kenya?
You'd be surprised.
Probably running rampant.
You would think that would be way down the list of things they're worried about.
Yeah.
But,
wow.
All right. And then we got the Biebs.
Yeah, what's this Bieber story? What the fuck?
Well,
he's in. You know, his new thing is graffiti.
Really?
Yeah, he loves doing graffiti. That's his art. That's his release, he says.
Oh, cool. Good for him. He's good one.
You like Bieber?
Fuck yeah, the Biebs needs a release.
I get distracted easily. What was that Bob Barker thing?
Oh.
What did he say?
Bob Barker, I'm turning 90, and I could still beat Adam Sandler's ass.
Oh, he's still going with that. That's hilarious.
Price is wrong,
89?
bitch.
He's going to be 90, I guess.
Fuck, man. I mean, I'm turning 92, but not for a while.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Wow. But yeah, so now Justin Bieber is he's doing graffiti. That's his release.
No.
What is it? What do you mean?
Like he paints pictures with spray paint on walls.
Oh, he thinks he's gonna.
He's like Banksy.
Like Banksy.
Yeah, like exactly.
Except with him name is Sperm Banksy.
Wow. What kind of shit does he do?
Would you like an original Biebsy?
Yes, I would like to see him draw something maybe out of fondue. Chocolate fondue.
Let me see some of his work.
What kind of shit does he do?
He does like funny faces.
Is his fan base eating it up?
The girls, they love it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Who's his
and where's he
demo
doing
now?
this? Like wherever he performs?
This one got him in a little trouble.
Oh no.
That
Black
looks-
is black?
Yeah, it looks
That looks
like
very African.
you could construe it as racist.
Yes, like blackface.
Oh, this guy is gifted.
Yeah, like wherever he performs.
This was cartoons.
This one was in Rio.
That's terrible.
He stinks.
They probably blocked it off and the police watched him do it.
Of course. And look what he wrote there. Can you
What?
read that, Jim?
Let me see, I can't. Let me get my reading glasses.
I think you're in this club.
Him wrote Believers.
That's right.
Yes, I am.
He wrote Believers above his graffiti, because that's who he does it for. The Believers.
How can you try to be gangster and still write Believers?
Believers.
Yeah, make up your mind.
He's an idiot.
Are you fucking Tupac or the cute 12-year-old I fell in love with?
All right, so what happened? So the mayor of Australia was like, fuck you, don't do this shit
He
here?
threatened to fuck his mouth.
The mayor of mayor of Gold Coast, Australia.
Where's that?
It's in Australia.
What part?
Coast.
Which part?
It's like a...
Left or right?
Let's say...
Up or down?
Left, upper left.
Oh.
Something I just made up. But
yeah, no, it's actually the closest part to the equator. That's why it's called the Gold Coast, because the beaches are yellow.
I don't buy that.
You shouldn't.
No.
God, you would be great at Boulder Dash.
What is Boulder Dash?
Just one of those shitty family games I hated.
Where you have to lie. And,
I claim Boulder Dash.
Yes, that's Boulder Dash.
I had family members that were really into it. I would just sit there like a dummy. I just fucking couldn't be bothered.
Well, the funny thing
is,
I
sucked at it.
The name was so cute, but the questions were really weird. Like, let's say, you're full of Boulder Dash. Well, it says here that you can fit 40 pounds of gravel into the average cunt. I claim Boulder Dash.
That's Boulder Dash.
Boulder Dash, it's a word that no one fucking knows, and then everyone comes up with what the meaning is, what it is.
Wait, that's...
Oh, but it could be a made-up word.
It's not a made-up word. It just happens to be a shitload of words that no one fucking knows.
So who
Give me
wins?
a Boulder Dash word. Go ahead.
How do you
and
win
then
the
we'll
game?
go to the Beebs. And then you got to trick people. If people pick yours as the real definition, you get points.
But everyone knows it's kind of like Boulder Dash means bullshit.
Well, they're different
No,
names,
you're
not
trying
just Boulder Dash. There's different words.
Oh.
You don't play this word Boulder Dash every time, Jimmy.
Yeah, you want people to pick yours. Because if you pick the right definition, you get the points. But if you pick someone else's definition, which isn't right, then that person gets the points.
I was good at Boulder Dash.
I
called it
this
Scrabble.
game, man.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Sam, let's get to a word for Boulder Dash.
You got a example of a Boulder Dash word.
Find one, Sam. I'll get the definition correct.
It was extremely rare that a word would be picked that you actually knew.
I know most of the words.
Boulder Dash. Yeah, what is it?
Can't they fucking... These poor whales, that sucks.
Yeah.
I guess they can't just...
Stuck in that booth.
Drag them...
It's just the running joke that never
Why are
ends.
these lazy whales lounging on the beach? Lazy whales don't want to do anything.
They don't want to swim.
Yeah, just fucking taking it easy, soaking up the sun.
And I thought they were supposed to be smart.
Yeah, exactly.
Not too smart when you need water to survive. You decide to go where it's 2 feet deep.
Yeah, big fat heads. How about you turn around? Get out of there.
All you have to do is keep in the deep water.
Right.
Yeah. Use your sonar, shitheads.
And here come the real answers now. You know the reason.
Because the man-made noises.
The last caller was full of shit. It's because...
Yeah, a bunch of lazy whales trying to get some beach time.
That's what they are.
You got a Boulder Dash word?
I do.
All right.
Cockatory. That one was for a while.
Chip does like that word.
Cockatory.
And then you sit there and you come up with a definition for cockatory and hope people believe that yours is the right definition.
Oh.
What is the actual definition of cockatory?
Why don't we have to guess?
Yeah.
A place where cocks are stored.
Oh, is it a place where cocks are stored?
No, I say it means something like crazy. Crazy or off the wall.
No, actually, I kind of know this one. It is a place where you manufacture spigots.
Huh.
Yes.
See, that's how you would handle it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say it's some type of pasta. Cockatory.
It could be cockatory.
That's why I sucked at this game, because that would probably be my real definition, too.
A time when you would say, no thanks to the Tory.
What's so stupid?
What's the answer?
Cockatory means what Anthony did not say.
It's Boulder Dash.
Oh!
Of course.
Cockatory means to be accompanied by loose bowels.
Ah.
Like,
to be accompanied, that means you bring them out to the
yeah, you
theater
bring them with you.
No, just a shitty asshole.
Well, a ticket for me and my cockatory.
For the diners, the effects of the chicken cacciatore, alas, were cockatory.
Dude, Rob Ford's walking down the hall.
What?
Right there.
That's not a flattering comparison.
Rob Ford at all.
That was Rob Ford.
No, it's Bill
He said he was losing weight.
Yo, Rob!
Yo, Ford! All right, let's get to the mayor's story of the Gold Coast of Australia.
Right.
He's had it with the beeps.
Right, so,
Go ahead.
So Justin Bieber, he graffitied in Australia, right there at the Gold Coast, and the mayor put out a video message to
the beeps.
But he called him Justin Beaver.
Justin Bieber?
On purpose?
I don't know.
No, that's how I say Bieber.
Comedy.
Painting up our walls, Justin Bieber.
Hi, TMZ. Mayor Tom Tate here from Australia's Gold Coast. You know, I've got a message
have John heroin and crack cocaine.
For Pop Princess Justin Bieber.
Princess.
We
go
love
back,
your
because
music.
that's too.
It's Gold Coast.
He really thought that over. Go
Mayor
back a
Tom
little bit.
Tate here from
There you go.
Australia's Gold Coast. You know, I've got a message for Pop Princess Justin Bieber.
Whoa.
We love your music, but we hate your graffiti and your vandalism here in our city. Mate, you've got two choices. Come back and clean up your mess, or come back and sing at the Mayor's Christmas Carol this Saturday on the 7th of December at Broadwater Parklands. If everyone agrees with me, you can call the hotel. The number's on the screen. Let them know that they should get out there and get Justin back to clean it up. Use Skype. It's a lot cheaper. Make me a believer.
Oh, Christ. Turn it into a publicity stunt.
Of course. Then the hotel came out.
Yeah. I said,
fuck off, Mayor. We want Justin Bieber's graffiti to stay here.
Right.
Because people are coming to see the graffiti.
Dirtying up our town with your fucking graffiti.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
He did say Bieber.
Yeah.
You get it?
That's how to say Bieber over there, though.
Yeah. But the man... Him said Justin right on the wall. Him.
I love Jamaican Jimmy. It's so good.
No, it's not Jamaican. It's from down under.
Oh, is that?
I thought it was Kenyan.
No,
Australian.
This one's different. Kenya was a little higher.
I don't know why I saw the map of Australia with all of Europe placed right in the middle of it. All of Europe fits in Australia. Australia's
crazy.
huge.
Yeah, but you know how hard that would be to pull off?
It would be very hard. You need a lot of shovels.
And a thing to move Europe.
Yes, move an entire continent.
It fits in Australia?
It's huge.
Wow. Let me see that.
Where
is
yeah,
that
there
map?
it is.
The alleged map.
In the middle. No.
No, it's overlapping into the water.
No, go.
Isn't this Australia?
The United States.
Go back.
The red part. The red.
Wow.
No, go down.
It's the size of our country.
No, go down.
It's a fudge.
Go down.
Right.
No, in the middle, the colorful one. Yeah. Up. No. Up there. No.
Come on,
no.
You said yes. No, shitbag. It's right here.
No. The next one. That one.
I told you.
Yes. See? Okay. Is Australia really only as big as the U.S.? Come on.
Yes.
Put
bigger. Europe in the U.S., Sam.
No, it's got to be bigger.
I just told Sam what to do.
It's got to be bigger.
I really heard you. Yeah, that's Australia.
Come on, no way.
Yes, we're bigger.
See, and there's little New Zealand right there.
I don't believe it.
Stop it.
You don't believe it?
No, I think
this
that's
isn't-
something weird.
Yeah, no, that's not all of Europe, because Russia's not there.
Well, Russia's not
part of
Europe.
Russia. It's not Europe, you dunce. It's Russia. Soviet Union.
Oh, I don't know.
Plug time. Don't forget about the Opie and Anthony podcast. This week, it's the best of Tippy Tom, our homeless friend. Go get that and spread the word of the podcast, please. We're crunching the numbers and trying to figure out if there's a business model there for the future.
Love crunchy numbers.
Right. And Jimmy's got something.
American Degenerate is doing very well on Netflix. I appreciate everybody watching it. And I'm really, Netflix is the place you want your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Next Thursday, I'll be in L.A. 8 o'clock at the Improv. I'm doing one show in Los Angeles.
Oh.
And then the 20th and 21st, I'll be at Bananas. It's a new club in Mount Kisco at the Holiday Inn.
Bananas.
And then December 27, 29, I'll be at the Hard Rock in Vegas. New Year's Eve, San Diego, American Comedy Company. January 9 through 11, Raleigh, Good Nights. And then February 14, 15, the Borgata.
Go see Jimmy.
President's Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Go see little Jimmy Norton.
Or just go to my website.
You know what county Mount Kisco's in, right?
Where?
Westchester.
Is it?
Yeah.
How far from the city is that?
Best.
It's not far. Probably like half an hour.
Oh.
Oh, Dr. Steve, let's see.
45 minutes.
45, thank you, Kenny.
I couldn't have waited.
Just.
Yeah, right. That's it.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Home, as they say.
Make sure you check out Ron and Fez.
Why is Dr. Steve calling yet?
He texted me that he thought it was funny you sneaking in a plug. And he thought the show was very entertaining today, which makes me go home feeling a lot better if Dr. Steve says it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like Dr. Steve.
He's all right. He's tolerable.
You see his Christmas card this year?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Who Kid. Him and the Who Kid.
Do I have time to make a Christmas card?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
can do it right away.
Where can I go to get Christmas cards made?
What are you going to put on it? You going to take a funny picture? You should take a funny picture. You. Some kind of dress. Something about a dress.
You know the best Christmas card every year? Stengel Brothers.
Oh, that's right. I've gotten a few of those.
Yep.
Yes. What was they usually do some kind of a...
They were one year, they were in a bathtub together.
Team event thing, yes.
They did a wedding one where Justin was in a dress, I think.
Some kind of dress?
Yeah, something about a dress. Something about a dress.
Jimmy, haha, I meant the Australian guy. All right, Dr. Steve, you're a little sleepy today. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, Aunt, good news.
Nah, God damn it.